No, it was somebody saying like, let me put it in a language y'all can understand. If you had to choose between 240 million over 5 years, but you can't flash or bang on social media, would you do it?
I don't know, man. It's kind of a tough decision, honestly.
He said,
How else the niggas gonna know I'm hard if I'm not flashing guns constantly?
he said
Niggas
now.
gotta know.
So wait, no, are we just saying like lift it up off the hip or brandish it fully? Oh, brandish it fully. Oh, I do that a lot though. Can I point it at? I can't point it at people. Okay.
Can I point at the camera? No, I can't even. So I just can't be seen with this shit at all.
So now what? Okay,
I
no,
thought this
let's
was
let's.
America.
He said no, no, no. Let's think this over. Let's think this over. Let's really okay. Let me. Hmm. Okay. He said, "All right. This is give me something to think about. You've definitely given me something to think about. Can I get back to you?
I want to know exactly what goes through this nigga's brain.
I think his prefrontal cortex ain't developed yet, and he got too much money and too much everything.
How old is Jack?
I think he's like what 23.
Like still like a young bull.
Yeah, he's 23. I think he was born in 1999.
That's
Like,
crazy. Being born in 1999 is wild. Can't imagine that.
yeah, first off, like that should be illegal, but
Yeah. Niggas
um,
still being born? Like, come on now. Let's be realistic.
they making fresh niggas. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't support that at all.
He said, I don't support. I feel like real talk, like
We got enough niggas already.
yeah, like after '96, they should been cut y'all off for real. Like, I'm gonna go '98 though, because my girl was born in '98, and that's it. After that, it's over.
I'm gonna go with 91.
He said 91. You insane.
I don't want to be here.
He said, no, 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 take me too.
Yeah. Let's just wipe. Let's just start over. 91. Yeah, that's probably a good
Ah,
stage.
he said, yeah, nah, we wasn't getting it right.
Nobody in the world under the age of 32.
We have evolved past the need for under the age of 32.
And I'm a part of that group. Sad to say. Or happy to say.
It's sad to say, no, no. In fact, happy to say, in a strange twist.
Where do you think Ja goes from here?
I mean, I think the league is honestly. I mean, to me, I think, and listen, please don't ever think that I'm taking heat off a job and blaming the league. But I think the league kind of goofed the first time around just with that little fake ass punishment that he gave him and them little 8 days off and I know why because they saw what the playoffs was looking like. It was like, oh, we gotta set this matchup up. We can't, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can't be sitting out for 20 games in a bit. Um, but yeah, so I don't know, man. I definitely think that he'll be. I think he'll still be in the league. I think they just now they're gonna take like, all right, now it's like you gonna have to do a bunch of shit that. Nah, I'm finna just put stipulations on you.
Do you think he stays with Memphis or he gets traded to a different team?
I don't
I,
see him getting traded. To
if
be
I was
honest with you.
Memphis, I would feel like I would just be tired of the bullshit. Like
Yeah, for
you've
sure.
been a shithead for how long now? Like it's time
That's
to move on.
true. But when you think about Memphis and the fact that they've been pretty garbage for some time,
He's the only star that they have.
yeah, yeah, So, yeah, no, I get the feeling that they're going to hold it down. Again, I don't think they'll like it. I definitely don't think they'll enjoy it. You know what I mean? But I think they're gonna hold it down because I think
What
at
else
this
can they do?
point, yeah, really, you're kind of like held hostage in this case. Like, well, what are you really gonna do? Like, you really gonna?
Yeah, because even if you want to trade him, what other team that has niggas worth job is gonna get rid of those niggas for a guy that's constantly in bullshit?
Oh yeah,
So you wouldn't even get what he's worth back if you do trade
yeah,
him.
exactly. You wouldn't. And this is the perfect example of teams knowing, like, oh, okay, now that I know that if you're trying to get rid of him, like, I'm gonna like even the teams that want him are gonna play hard to get. They're gonna be like,
Mhm.
I don't know, I don't think that's enough. Meanwhile, this is the trade that you would have accepted gladly 6 months ago, or 9 months ago, or even before this event.
But now that I know you in a bind and you gotta get rid of him,
You just over
nigga.
him. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to deal with that either. Actually, you like, bro, come on, stop playing. Like, I know you want job. You were calling me 3 weeks ago. Yeah, but we
Yeah, but
evaluated our options, and
that was 3 weeks ago. Price is not the same.
yeah, today's price is not yesterday's price. Yeah, but no. So like the Grizzlies have been Middington, and don't get me wrong, it's only been a quick 5 years where they've been terrible, but I just don't think they want to go back to that at all.
Who would want to? We finally getting good. We're actually contenders.
Yeah, people
Um,
care about Memphis again for the first time since Zach Randolph left, nigga. Like,
yeah. So yeah, I understand not wanting to walk backwards. I get that.
so I think they'll deal with it. I think they're not gonna like it, and I think if the team was smart, they would put a lot of stipulations on this shit, and not even just like on some to protect ourselves in case you bug out shit, but like on some actually like we're gonna force you to get right. Because it's clear this nigga really has an issue. Like I understand the whole youth thing is the one thing, the culture and all the shit you involved with, bro. You have an actual problem though, and
Yeah,
it's
like,
it's
and
it's
he
in,
tried. He knows that he's not supposed to do it because he tried to go around and not. He wasn't on his live. He was on his man's live. Like, yeah, instead of having 30,000 people watch, I'm gonna have a couple
it's
hundred
a
on my
hundred,
man.
yeah.
Like, so he obviously knew that he wasn't supposed to do it, but he still decided to do it.
And
His
even his
man's
man,
even tried to save him.
yeah, and even his man's smooth point did the finger one, and old boy was like, "Oh no, no, hold on, I got the real joint on me. Hold on, watch it." And then he panned back to him, yeah. Oh, ooh, and nigga tucked that camera ASAP. But yeah. So, and the funniest thing though, actually, beyond all of that, was there was this, Van Lathan, the nigga from formerly of TMZ.
Yeah,
He was on Twitter, and I'm not sure what he was doing, like because it's just
a
like,
lot of
man,
waffling.
yeah, really, no, like really though, like, and it was just like this really odd attempt to like try to see. I don't know. I'm not even sure what his attempt was to do, but it just was like his first tweet. All right, I'll just let's go over real quick. His first tweet was basically just saying, like, let's say he had a YouTube page dedicated to him being an enthusiast. He's shooting, cleaning, reviewing them. Would you look at his displays differently? Is it the guns or the manner in which he displays them? Now, granted, this is an obvious question with an obvious answer. If
Right.
you were doing all of that, I don't think anyone cares. Honestly, I genuinely don't think anyone cares. That's you look like a hobbyist at that point. But there's a drastic difference between cleaning, dismantling, disassembling, and reviewing straps, and just being in
Flagging
a
them up on
car,
camera.
being in a club, and holding them shits like they keychains. Like, dog, that one where he's dangling a gun like a keychain, and then the recent one where you got it brandished to your like people are like again. There's a legal term called brandishing. Like, dog, do y'all understand what it means to it? There's a difference between just having it on you on your hip and like say you lift your shirt up and show this on your hip versus brandishing.
I
Those
got
are
this bitch
two.
out. It's out the
Yeah,
holster. It's in
it's
my
out.
hand. It's getting pointed around.
That thing, wait, it might be loaded. We didn't even know for real. You know what I mean? No responsible gun ownership, and that's the problem here, right? Because it's like, think about it. I've heard a lot of racial angles here, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the racial angles don't track because there's no example of a white guy doing any of this. So, like, how will we know? Because, in my honest opinion, I think a white guy riding around listening to again, he wouldn't be listening to this, right? If we're going with the stereotypes. So let's say he's listening to, I don't know, some music that makes white people violent, heavy metal or some shit, allegedly, right? Heavy metal. Like if he's listening to some heavy
I don't
metal,
listen to heavy
no,
metal.
but you get what I'm saying, right? Like
Yeah.
we taking that route. Like he's listening to some heavy metal in a car, brandishing
No, yeah, we
any
making a
sort
fake
of.
scenario. My fake nigga is gonna go on a violent spree.
All right, all
Listen to
right.
glam pop.
Listen to what? A glam pop. I'm screaming. Listen to dream pop. He
He's
said,
listening to fucking kink shaming ASMR
That
riding
nigga,
around with
that
it.
nigga riding around listening to the Marias.
He's listening to the 50 Shades of Grey audiobook.
What you listening to? Shit, just Imagine Dragons, bro.
Okay, why do you have a firearm brandished? Oh, I'm about to go do some stuff.
He said, "Oh, that's what Imagine Dragons do to me. Radioactive. Ooh, it get me in that bag." But so then that was the thing, and then he went on was talking about like, well, yeah, but we've never seen him use it. Da da da. Like, so is it just brandishing? Like, is that just the perception? And I was like, dog, what's not? Again, I know that you're smart enough to understand. Like, these seem like rhetorical questions. Yes, the problem is that you're brandishing the firearm. Absolutely, it's not that you got it on you. It's not that you own one. Because, dog, again, just like how we said that there's no white folks to compare this to, you think the white boys don't got guns at home? They have them. I promise you they do. Some of these niggas are from these areas, bro. The white boys
Yeah.
from Georgia that play basketball in Georgia, play basketball in Atlanta. You really think he don't got it on him?
No, they got it on them.
But he just not gonna show it to you because that's where some of that culture comes in. Where nigga, we will gladly show it to other niggas. Them niggas is like, bro, they don't want nobody to know they got it until it's time to know that I got it.
Exactly. It's like a status thing, honestly.
Yeah. And then so think about it. So when you combine, and again, and I'm not saying the NBA is privy to that culture, but in my eyes, I genuinely think they probably are. So
They
you
should be.
combine
This
that,
league is
right?
mostly niggas.
You know, they should. They should. So you combine that with you listening to Young Boy and what he talking about, right? You combine that with the fact that dog, you have a previous incident where you beat up a 17-year-old, another incident where someone in your camp allegedly pointed a laser or at a team bus, which could have either been a banger or just a laser. It's like, dog, I'm sorry, you brandishing a weapon is not the same as anybody else with no history, brand. Like, because that's my thing. I even think someone else could get away with brandishing it because they don't have all the shit that you have going on.
Yeah.
Like, that's the other part where I'm like, bro, you are the case study for this. There's no one else who did this. I don't believe we can do the comparisons between, well, if he was white and because you're the only person. You're the only guy who's done this. Like, and my thing is, every time we've seen this with athletes, like, think about it. The bigger issue is not just, um, for example, look at Plaxico Burress. Look at a lot of these other guys. That shit went off in their pocket. Like,
Yeah.
that's the league's issue here. Is like, it's not just the fact that you got it on you. It's just the fact that you are handling it irresponsibly, and that can lead to a million different outcomes, none of which are good for us or for you, really.
Yeah, exactly.
So the team's just looking at it like, bro, you didn't break a law. You might not even have broken like an explicit rule, but this is just, I shouldn't have to tell you this is absolutely fucking irresponsible. And the fact that you don't get it, nigga, I gotta put you in timeout. Because
Yeah.
again, I know there's conduct unbecoming and all, and maybe they'll classify it as that. I don't know. That's not my concern. That's up to what they do. But my thing is, this is absolutely conduct you shouldn't be engaging in. I don't care if it's not written in stone that you can't do this. I don't care that it's not. It's not. And probably think about it. You went away from the team. You left the team for 8 days. Went to rehab. Da da da. You came back. I hardly believe you signed some paperwork about something as it relates to getting your shit together and not acting wild like this. So my whole point is, even if there was no explicit rules, there probably are some now, and you probably violated them again.
Exactly.
Oh,
You basically got off scot free the first time.
you did. You had to do your little apology, stay away from the team for 2 weeks, to do whatever you did in them
And he
two
went to
weeks.
his little fake ass rehab or
hmm
something.
They put him in a dark room and had him drinking ayahuasca. Like, but yeah, like it was just one of those ones where it's just like, listen, I am all for looking for deeper depth and seeing like where different things intersect in some of these instances. But I'm sorry, I can't let you niggas get away with racism here. I can't let y'all play that card because again, I just don't see a white guy listening to Morgan Wallen holding his thing like that, bro. They're gonna get him. They're gonna pull him to the side too and tell him, yo, my
Alligator
man,
bastard.
hey, I bet you he won't do it again. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
He'll do it one time and it won't happen again.
I'm trying to figure out what his thought process was. Did he think since it was on his man's IG and
I
it
don't
was
think he's
less
thinking.
people watching?
I don't think he's thinking. That's the issue. This is just shit. Like he just again, his man's flashed a finger one, and so he said, "No, no, no, I got that real shit. Let's get it." And it's like, bro, you're again, but you know what it is? The problem is because if he was simply an ordinary 23-year-old having his way in life, this would be fine. It would
Right.
still be irresponsible. It would be all these other things, but it just wouldn't matter. You get what I'm saying? But it's
And
like he doesn't understand that, dog. It matters when you are $240 million up. That's the key difference here. And you play for a
also
league that has an image
another
to protect.
reason, exactly. That's what I'm about to say. The image. I I don't see how you can make this a racial thing because any job, if you on social media posting guns, is gonna have an issue with that. Like if I was on IG posting guns and it somehow got back to my job, I would be fired the next day.
Yeah. And on top of that, not just post them. Like it's one thing if you posting yourself at the range. It's one thing if you
Yeah,
posting yourself out back hitting targets. Bro, if I see a picture or a video of you in somebody's passenger seat with that shit fully out, not again, not a holster on your hip, not in the glove box, not in the center console. That bitch is in your hands, pointed at your own head. I understand. Listen, no, bro. Sorry. I'm not going for it. Again, perfect example, nigga. When we used to hear Mike on the mic just playing with the gun, we used to be like, "Yo, Mike, what are you doing?"
yeah. And every once in a while, he would drop the shit, and we think, "Oh, this is gonna be the day."
Yeah, and I'm just like, bro, Mike, like, stop doing that shit, bro. Stop playing because I tell people all the time, like, I don't care, like that be the issue most of the time. Y'all just be freaking with y'all guns, cocking them, doing all this other shit, and then some accidentally go like, bro, Jason Williams. Do y'all need to look into the Jason Williams story? Please look into it. If y'all don't understand why all of this shit is not a good idea. Like, and that's the thing, because people kept doing the whole, oh, well, his lifestyle and where he live. And I'm like, bro, stop fucking
This nigga
conflating
is
two
a
different things.
millionaire.
But stop conflating two things. One, you can hire security, so that's literally dead already. Two, even if you couldn't hire security and you had to have it on you and you had to be the trigger man yourself worth $240 million. I can't imagine that world, but let's pretend it exists for a second because you're still dead wrong. If you have to be the trigger man, then guess what? That bitch better be concealed until the instant you become trigger man.
Exactly.
It's a superpower, buddy. Buddy, we don't want to see that you're Superman.
It kind of defeats the whole purpose, the
Like you
elements
supposed to,
drive
yeah,
you.
you're supposed to stay Clark Kent until it's time to be Superman.
You are a millionaire. Niggas know you're a millionaire. So if you're in that environment, like you say, you need it for protection, you already telling niggas you got it. So niggas are going to sneak you because they know you got it. You giving niggas all your info. You just saying, yeah, I got it. So niggas are just gonna move differently. They're not gonna do no
Mhm.
stupid shit.
And they're gonna move a little worse now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they
Because
gonna
there's
move to
assumption
get you
you
out the
have
way.
it, and yeah, so it's just so many different things here where I'm like, bro, this will never work. Like, listen, I was Ja the best because he's damn sure gonna need it.
Also, why is he's people are using that she's saying it's his environment and where he is. He's a millionaire. He can live wherever the fuck he wants. Why is he living in a place where he need a gun?
Yeah, on top of so many things where it's just like, dog, like if that's what it is there, then I mean move 30 minutes from there. So that way you still kind of close. Like you're not too far from everything, your family, your facilities and all of that, but like you're out the way. Or like again, but it just comes down to him because people kept talking about that he don't got nobody around him that care about him, da da da, this and that. Why is everyone recording and all these other things? And it's just like, dog, these are 20-year-old kids. I know we call them grown men, but bro, these niggas be kids, especially when you are 20 years old and you having your way like this. You are a kid mentally, dog. You genuinely don't get it. You're not what your numbers say you are. If you are 23
Yeah.
with a $250 million to your name, you're probably like 18 mentally, 19, 20 mentally, for real, for real. Because, bro, that the way you see the world, that shit pollutes your brain, nigga. Because the world, everything's an option. So it's like, bro, you expect 23-year-olds not to film themselves having a good time? That's ever gonna
Yeah, when I
happen.
was 23, I was filming myself doing drugs and all types of shit
And
because
mind
I
you,
was
and,
dumb.
and and we didn't even have the tech these niggas do. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have all the apps that can get that video to niggas live at the same time it's happening.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
I
niggas
think
had the
back when we
Snapchat.
was that young, niggas, IG Live wasn't even a thing yet.
It wasn't. We niggas had the Snapchat.
Yeah.
Snapchat might have existed, nigga. Like that was probably the extent of what we had at 23. It's 6, 7 years ago. Like it's like dog. Like, but again, so I'm not mad at no 23-year-old niggas for recording. I'm mad that every time they record, you got it on you and it's showing. And in this video,
Look,
it
that's
was
it.
in this video, it simply was all it was holster. It was hidden wherever it was hidden,
And you
and
pulled it
then
out.
you show it to me. Come on, bro. Like again, it's like when we talk about the rappers when they had their music videos and they'll have it in the videos, and it's like, bro, is the finger gun, is the edited in ones not enough? We know you got it. We watched you film videos where 27 niggas all have weapons. Like you don't have to prove nothing to me no more, bro. Put it up, point the finger guns in the video, and say the exact same thing you was finna say and do all like, bro, just stop doing that. Because I promise you, if we kept seeing videos of you rapping along to, all these wild ass lyrics and these wild ass songs, nobody would have cared none because that's just how these songs sound.
Yeah,
Nobody would
exactly.
have cared none. But then the moment you pull something out and you really, bro, cut it out, yo. Cut it out. Stop playing with that shit, bro. Like, cause I'm telling you, you keep playing with it, somebody gonna make you use that shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of niggas out there that don't got nothing to live for, don't give a fuck.
Sure. It's quite a few niggas. And listen, that number is going up every day.
Literally. Every
So,
minute, probably.
yeah. So,
Why
I
are we
mean,
talking right now? Nigga just lost his job and he already planning what he gonna do when he get back to the crib.
yeah, he already think I need to hit a lick, and whoever fight back, it's gonna be a bad day.
Yeah, listen, don't fight back. Just give it up, man. I
But yeah,
don't
man.
care.
He said, I don't like. Oh man, you gonna blow this shit.
Any type of hesitation giving it up. Don't even think about it. If I think that you thinking about not giving it up, it's over.
Yeah, I will blow this shit. Promise you. He said, I'm not even gonna get into details. I'll blow this shit, bro. So come on. You gotta know. I'll need everything you got. But yeah, man. Listen, prayers up to these niggas. Prayers up to Taylor Jenkins. Boy, that nigga's having a tough time over there. And yeah, I don't know, man. We move, but what we want to do? Where we want to go from here, man? You want to stay on basketball? You want to hop to
Might as
something
well.
else?
Might as well stay on b-ball.
All right, all right. Well, I'll tell you what. We can, yeah. He hitting that shit. But yeah, so we'll stay on basketball for the time being. So as of today, which is what, Mother's Day, May 14th. The 76ers and Celtics are playing today, right now, actually. Game 7. In a game 7 that honestly should not exist because the 76ers folded and didn't close out a game when they should have.
Right.
But what else do you expect from Doc Rivers, huh? I mean, come on, guys. So yeah, I mean, listen, again, every time we do this basketball talk, I always say it. I always say it.
Doc Rivers just
And
that guy.
and not just Doc Rivers though. It's a lot of guys in this league who they're good enough to raise you like one tier above where you should be, except that stops when it comes to championship contenders.
Oh yeah, for
Like
sure.
I can make a bad team below average. I can make a below average team average. I can make an average team above average. I can make an above average team good. I can make a good team a championship contender. But then after that, these guys aren't good enough to turn championship contenders to champions. Like a lot of them aren't. And I think between the adjustments they make, how they treat these lineups, they're just not built for that. Like they're good enough to take a team, install a system in there, some relevancy, get some steadiness in there, and that's kind of it. And we're seeing that a lot. I mean, Mike Budenholzer, coach of the Bucks, he gets fired 2 years after winning the ring for his boys. Monty Williams, he gets fired 2 years after no, yeah, 2 years after going to the finals, right?
I think the Bucks is a little more egregious because winning a ring and going to the finals are
Honestly, I felt the opposite. I
really.
felt like the Bucks, in all honesty, Mike Budenholzer is a mid coach. I think Monty Williams is a better
I'll agree.
coach.
I'll agree just
Um,
because the talent that they have on the Bucks, he's not doing enough with it. They got one ring 2 years ago, and this is the second year in a row that they have fumbled like this.
yeah, and my problem is again, it's just like what Giannis was saying, where I do agree with it to a degree. Like every season can't be a failure if I don't win a ring. That's not how it works. But at the same time, it's like,
I think the Bucks specifically, it is a failure because they did the same thing 2 years in a row. Nothing changed.
but I wouldn't give them. I wouldn't even say that. My problem is how you lost. Again, that's often what it is. If you lose to a team that was better than you for them 6, 7 games, and they outcoached you, they outplayed you. I mean, then they outcoached you and outplayed you. It happens to niggas. I mean, but my issue is when you lose in a way to where there were no adjustments made, they hit you with
That's
something
the same
different, and,
thing
and you
every
just
time.
and you just like, well, we just gonna roll out the same shit for 5, 6 games, and if it don't work, then we go home. Like that's terrible coaching to me.
If
And I
it
think,
don't work, we go home is incredibly crazy to me.
yeah, like it's just like that shouldn't be an option, bro. You should be, some of y'all should be willing to throw the kitchen sink. Like if you got a rookie sitting at the end of your bench and he ain't played all playoffs, that nigga ought to get minutes if you're losing. If you can't figure it out, he ought to be getting some time. Like, and you just see this from coaches all the time. Like where it's just they go out with their guns, which is fine when it works, but when it loses, it's like, well, why didn't you try something else? Well, we went with what we felt like would give us the best chance at winning. Okay, but then you saw over many games that it didn't give you the best chance of winning. You didn't think there was anything else that you could have
Kind
tried to
of,
give you.
I kind of feel like that with Steve Kerr
Yeah,
because
I do a little bit too.
why didn't Jonathan Kuminga get any? He got like 3 minutes over the entire series.
Yeah, yeah. And don't get me wrong, I do think Kuminga he's a little spotty, and but my problem is, I mean, it's his second year. I just don't know in what world he's not ready for the playoffs in year
Yeah, I was
two.
gonna say, how's he even gonna get the experience if you don't play him and when it matters in the playoffs and the finals?
Yeah, and especially with all the struggles that Clay was having, and all the struggles. I mean, I know Kuminga plays the forward position, but with all the struggles that Clay and Jordan Poole was having, and the fact that they weren't really getting any production
And
outside of.
Wiggins was injured, nigga
Yeah,
ribs
Wiggins was injured, his
protruding.
ribs was broken, and it's like, bro, Kuminga should have got time. I'm just not understanding the world we live in where he doesn't. Like, and so that's what I
Especially
mean.
because the Lakers are doing the same exact thing. They pulled Lonnie Walker off the bench in the fourth
Exactly
quarter.
my
Y'all
point.
can
It was
do.
like, bro,
They
we
did the
need you,
same
and Lonnie Walker
thing.
stepped up. And when was Lonnie Walker ever shown to be playoff proven? Never. Until now, never, never. I didn't know Jonathan Kuminga went to high school in Hillside, New Jersey. That's what's up. Anyway, um, well, no, he just played his last year in Hillside. Gotcha. But yeah, no, I mean, like, mind you, I'm literally looking like even his regular season games, like he shot decent from the field, but I don't know. I just don't know what it is. I really don't. I just don't, because my thing is, even if he's not working, so bro, Clay is like 3 of 20. Nothing's working. Like, nigga, like, what are you gonna do? Lose bigger? Ooh, who cares? Like, but you see it. You see it happen over and over again where these coaches just, I'm gonna lose with what I know. Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, and even the Knicks didn't play Evan Fournier. Now, what I will say about that one is, if I'm Tom Thibodeau, who was the coach of the Knicks, right? Yeah, if I'm Tom Thibodeau, I'm not playing Evan Fournier neither. And if I do, I might play that nigga for 6 minutes, the whole game, maybe 8 minutes. Evan Fournier is a traffic cone on defense, and even on top of that, if he ain't been playing all season, which he hasn't, they basically shut him down midway through the season. That I can't imagine his shot is going to be hit. So it's like, it's one of those situations where, because you shut him down so long, it's almost no point in activating him now.
I was gonna say, what really be blowing me is when they play a player that usually doesn't get playtime and they do well,
Yeah, and
and
then
then they don't
yeah,
play him again.
they just,
Like
yeah. All right, well,
they
fuck that.
just showed you they could do it, but
Yeah,
you still gonna sit him.
yeah, they're like, yeah, well, fuck that guy. Like, another one is Paul Reed, right? Like, B-ball Paul, right? He's a center for the 76ers. Who he does well in the limited bit of minutes that they gave him. In the next series, he played pretty well. He had he had a double
Yeah,
double
I
one
was gonna
game.
say when Joel was out, he was out there balling.
He was doing all right. And then for whatever reason, I'm looking at the Celtics splits. Game one, Joel's not there, right? He gets 37 minutes. He goes 10 for 13. Game 2, 16 minutes, 6 for 8. 6 points, 8 boards. Then 9 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes. What's going on here? Look, what's going on here? But again, it's a Doc Rivers lineup. That's what's fucking going on here, buddy.
It's these old niggas. They set in their ways, yeah.
Like, you got Georges Niang playing 15 minutes. I mean, like, it's just, and again, I'm sorry, but it's like, I'm not moved by 3 points, 3 points, 9.6, 0 points. None of that moves me because he's not hitting the boards. He's not assisting. He's not playing defense like that. So literally, he's just a shooter, simply just a shooter.
And he's not shooting.
And it's just like, bro, why are y'all not putting Paul Reed when he's averaging boards? Like, I don't get it. But every time he gets 30 minutes, he gets a double-double. Like, I don't. So I'm not saying he's the answer, nigga. He might just be Clint Capella. Shit, let Clint eat on the boards. Like, Kevon Looney is eating on the boards. There's no reason all Vivo Paul can't eat on the boards. I wouldn't say like that because, I mean, apparently Kevon Looney is the only nigga who can do that. But it's just
that's another thing. Going back to Steve Kerr, Kevon Looney got his minutes cut for 2 of the games in the series. And I don't. Why?
He might have been just burnt out for real. That's the only thing I can think of. Because, like you said, I don't see why you would sign up for that. That doesn't make sense to me at all. So I would only think like that nigga was just gassed or something.
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
It has to be something more than a coach's decision because he was doing work and then you sat him 2 games in a row. He had like 9 minutes or like 6 minutes, something ridiculous. 2 games in a row.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense. Yeah, I mean, he had 29 minutes, 1 game, 23 boards, 12 minutes, 16 minutes, 11 minutes, and then 20 minutes, and then 26 minutes. He has 18 boards in one of those games. Yeah, he must have been injured. He must have been dealing with injury, I guess.
I never saw an injury like status for him, but I mean, they could have just not reported. Like you said, he could have just been gassed and just needed a break because he's the only big man on that team.
Oh yeah, so for game 2, they said he was managing an illness. They didn't specify what. So yeah, okay. All right. I guess maybe that illness or whatever that was explains it. But yeah, no, like so you just see all these teams, and then with Monty Williams, it's like y'all fired him when ultimately. And don't get me wrong, I think that has less to do with it being Monty Williams and more to do with just that new GM coming in there going, look, bro, I'm finna shake shit up. And as far as I'm concerned, nobody's safe. And with that team, I don't think anyone should be safe because I think y'all made some curious moves and y'all have no depth, and now y'all are pretty much trapped with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant because you're not going to trade Kevin Durant for much. And to me, in my opinion, I wouldn't anyway. I think the best you can do is try to re-sign Chris Paul, move him for something, and get some depth pieces. And I think that team's ready to go. Like I genuinely think that team's solid enough. They just need a 3rd and 4th option. Like it
Yeah,
can't
me
be
and Reef
Torrey
talked
Craig
about
and
this.
Landry Shamet.
Landry, come on.
Like what are we doing? Like
Cameron Payne.
Yeah, campaign, bro. He should not be playing any significant minutes for your basketball team in the playoffs. Like
Me and Reef were talking about this on
that nigga played 42
Friday.
minutes and had 31 points in a blowout. You see what I'm saying? Like he should not be playing. He was terrible. Oh my goodness.
He is terrible.
2 points, 1 assist in 17 minutes, 7 points, 6 assists, shooting terrible. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's so again, game 7 is on now. I don't know what the score is, but sure it's a game. What else we got? The Suns folded to the Nuggets. Jokic hung them boys out to dry. Jason Tatum, the fourth quarter monster, fourth quarter bandit.
Demon.
He said, "Listen, bro, y'all holler at me when it's 12 minutes left in the game. Till then, I don't really fuck. I just didn't want to. Sorry, guys.
It's a thing of one. I don't think he. I just don't think he had it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know he has it. Maybe he didn't have it.
No, he
time.
didn't have it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. First 3 quarters, he couldn't do it. It just wasn't happening.
But I be watching it. Like I'm just be looking like there was that game we was talking about, one where he was like he had 18 boards. That overtime game that they lost, where I was like, dog, he played like hell the whole first half of the game. and still somehow finish with a very respectable stat line. Like I was like, bro, how do you do nothing for a whole half of a game and then just finish with this stat line? This is nuts. And I'm watching the game too, like, and they're just like, da da da, 18 rebounds. I'm like, he's got 18 boards.
Fucking crazy.
And then I'm thinking, like, no, I mean, he was securing them bitches, like. But I mean, so it's like, but you see that with a lot of these teams when they're not playing their guys. Like, even the damn Celtics are playing their guys. Like, why
I
Justin
think that's why
Champagne,
the Celtics are so successful because
bro?
they,
Justin Champagne has minutes in a game this series.
yeah,
He has 5 minutes in a game this series. 20 minutes in a game against the Hawks. 4 minutes in a game against the Raptors. Like, it's just like, why did he have? Well, this is before the playoffs. It looks like. But like, it's just like you gotta get these guys some play time. Like, you gotta do something. And again, the worst part I hate is that you can't make any real critiques of it because then it's like, oh, you think you know more than Steve Kerr? I think Steve Kerr fucked up. That's what I'm
yeah.
getting at. I don't. It's not about knowing more. Of course, I don't fucking know more than Steve Kerr, dummy. Like,
Every nigga makes bad decisions at one point or another. That's just
right. Like, I'm like, dog, this has nothing to do with knowing more than Steve Kerr. This is just simply Steve Kerr might not have made the best decision in the moment. Like, that's all this fucking comes down to. And then what else we got? We got Lakers, Nuggets. We got bubble rematches all over the place. If the Celtics come through.
I think they will, honestly.
They should. They should, honestly, they should. Because my thing is I don't want to see the 76ers other series.
76ers versus Lakers. I feel like that's a Lakers dub easily.
Not even that one. 76ers versus who's the other East team? 76ers versus Heat. I don't want to see that.
Oh, the Heat. Oh no, I feel like Jimmy Butler's gonna dismantle them niggas.
Yeah, I think I know he would. And I think I just don't want to see that. I'd much rather see the Celtics playing the Heat because I think
That'll be
think
a good. That's some good basketball being
yeah,
played right there.
that'll be a great series. I think the West is gonna be a great series. I think listen, quiet as it's kept, I think Jokic could dethrone Bron this year. I think if he did, it would say a lot. It absolutely would
And
say a lot.
I think it's a possibility, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I
think it might. If
think
he does, it'd take 7. I think so.
yeah.
Because the way the Lakers are playing right now, I mean, they're generally playing like
Like they're
it's
good.
championship. They're playing. This is championship play where it's like every game you don't know who's gonna do you like that.
Yeah.
Like
Literally, you have no idea
no
who is
clue.
going to be Lonnie.
No
Is it going
clue.
to be Austin Reeves? Is AD going to come and be
Yeah,
the
is it gonna
best
be
player of all
fucking
time?
Rui Hachimura, nigga? Like, is it gonna be
Yeah,
Rui? Like, why is Rui on the list of niggas who could do me bad? Like, like why is Rui there?
it's like a revolving door. If D'Lo doesn't show up, Austin Reeves shows up. If Austin Reeves doesn't show up, D'Lo shows up. If neither of them niggas show up, Lonnie shows up, and then Bron and AD, they both doing Bron and AD
Yeah,
things.
like AD is gonna show up every other game, so he's gonna go from 30 and 10 to a regular pedestrian game. That's cool because in them pedestrian games, Austin Reeves might have 20. D'Lo might have 23, or Lonnie Walker has 13. Austin Reeves has 13, 5, and 5, and they make up the difference anyway. Like,
It's
and then
crazy.
Bron's gonna put 25, 8, and 6 up on you easily, like super
And
efficient.
this was a 7th seed team.
Mm-hmm.
And now they just probably the best team in the league.
Not even just a 7 seed. I remember before the deadline, people were begging this team, like, yo, y'all gotta make a move, yo. Because the team as it's currently constructed, nigga, we are in a race to the bottom. We are tanking from Victor Wembanyama. Like, so it's like we got, and then mind you, to I forgot the white dude's credit. He looked like Rob Lowe, their owner.
Rob Lowe. Yeah.
I forgot his name. Blinka. Yeah, there we go. And to his credit, I mean, he did the damn thing. He made a lot of moves, and
Damn
honestly,
sure
he
did.
got niggas for pennies. He
Yeah.
was getting the return, like the return he got. That's why I'm like, it was some very tactical choices made because it had to be because y'all were they were in like 13th place at one point. And to go from 13th place to a 7th seed, just good enough. And then now you in it, like you actually in it. And this team meshes and molds together to play like this. it's like, look, man.
That's good. That's fucking bravo, nigga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like, yeah, look, you did the damn thing, dog. But yeah, so I mean, and I think this Nuggets team, I think Jokic finally has enough help. I don't know if it's gonna be enough to do it. You know, I don't know if that'll mean he'll do it, but I think he's finally got enough help because that was always the issue. People always say, "Well, how
Yeah.
does he keep winning MVP? He can't get his team nowhere." And I'm like, bro, he every year he's got
It's him by
nobody.
himself. Yeah.
Like, bro, like, listen. First off, we just watched KCP, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, cook up the Suns to close them out. We've never seen that before. First off, we
You
have
guys said
never
that's
seen
fucking
we have
crazy.
never seen a nigga besides Jamal Murray close a game out for Jokic. We've never seen that. So when you have Caldwell Pope outplaying Devin Booker in a game 6, yeah, now I'm a little scared actually. And Caldwell Pope was formerly on the Lakers, so you know he might have some smoke for this Lakers team.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. No, that's crazy to think about.
So it's like, I
This might
don't
be a
know.
good series.
It ought to be. And the crazy thing is, when he played on the Lakers, he had his best 3-point shooting percentage in his career.
He about to turn that around on him.
Could be. Because guess what? This year has been his best 3-point shooting percentage since he was on the Lakers. Like, honestly, this is
It's
contentious.
in the fucking stars. See, this is what made people think the NBA is rigged because this is like a fucking telenovela storyline.
Yeah. I mean, it really is. Like, it is. But that's why I always say, like, these are also the parts that this is what sells niggas on sports. Like, this is why a lot of, again, like we were talking about the WNBA, because people don't get that aspect of the WNBA, they miss on this. So you'll never get the storylines of, oh, this is my former coach and I used to play with her in college and me and her grew up playing AAU together. So it's like you miss all of that shit because
Mhm.
they're just not going to cover the entirety of it. They'll just show you highlights and that's
Right.
it. So you won't actually get the whole joint, which is it's some real blood here, some bad blood, it's this, it's that. But listen, I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be some good hoops, and tell you that much. Worst case scenario, and yeah, man, I gotta tell you, Jimmy Butler is wilding though. I mean, I don't know that series is gonna be nutty.
Playoff Jimmy is real. The
Oh
One
yeah,
Piece, the One Piece is real.
yeah, the devil fruit real.
You got the basketball fruit.
Not the basketball fruit, the basketball X2 fruit. Oh, man. All right, so let's see where we want to jump to from here, man.
NBA,
I don't got no
we
transition.
got kind of a dour list here. I'm not gonna hold you. It's kind of some depressing topics on here.
It's two. No, it's one. It's one, really. I mean, the other one's not depressing. It's just, it is what it is. It's Elon Musk. That's a great topic. But
No, yeah. Anytime that Elon is involved,
it's only one for
rock
real
hard.
here that's bad. The other one that we had good updates for that, so that's gonna end on a good. The other one's hilarious because
Let's go with George Santos.
yeah, that's what I was looking at. Like that one's gonna be
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
So for those who don't know, George Santos is this podcast's most hated representative. But we still tune in. Absolutely. Every step this guy takes, I'm watching.
Have to, because it's so fucking funny, man. It's like
And
this.
so
It's not a real person. I know it's not.
so for those who don't know, I went on vacation to Mississippi not too long ago for 10 days. And while I was in Mississippi, I saw the headline come up. And I was like, George Santos charged by Justice Department and federal probe? I said, wait a minute. I know that
No,
ain't
bro.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Yeah.
So literally Wednesday, which was what, the 9th, the 10th? Yeah, Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
That was the day I came back. He was taken into federal custody and he's facing 13 federal charges. 13 of the most. 7 counts of wire fraud, 3 counts of money laundering, 1 count of theft of public funds, and 2 counts of making materially false statements to the House of Representatives. Which is crazy because like 13 Fed charges seems scary.
I never thought I would see the day. I thought he was just gonna get away with it and just keep lying.
I did too, honestly.
This is oh man. This is like my Christmas. No. Elon stepping down from Twitter is like, nah, I'm gonna even say this.
Yeah, because that again, we'll get to that, but I don't think that one even has the weight of what we think. But
Yeah.
this George Santos thing was it's You know, I don't know. There was a point where I genuinely didn't know if this guy would get caught, but then I thought to myself, based on your history, nothing tells me that you're going to stop.
Yeah, at all.
Like nothing tells me you would stop. Like you already did all the things you did. You lied your way here, and nothing gives me the impression that you would simply decide, okay, I've lied my way to the quote unquote highest position I probably deserve. Let's actually just be
That's
real
it.
here. Like let's
Yeah,
just sit here and like build from here, right? Like I'm gonna build my foundation here, and now I'm real moving forward. No, 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 no. You're a career fleecer, a career
finesser.
fleece god, finesse king.
He's the god.
Like fleece god, like literally finesse king. Like niggas say, yeah, nah, I got one more in me. I definitely got one more in me. And so yeah, man, it's not looking good. It is not looking good. And I don't think there's really any, you know, huge updates as it relates to this. It's just the fact that I mean, mind you, I'll go over the list of his lies just because it's hilarious to read it.
Can we? Do we have enough time to go over his list of lies? It's got to be
You know,
like,
it's funny. I opened an article about his list of lies. I looked on the right and looked at the scroll bar. That thing is so small.
yeah, that nigga lies about
That shit
everything,
is so small, bro.
bro. Oh my god, this nigga
Uh,
lies about the most. He's got to have a neurological disorder. This has got to be like he's a pathological liar. Like he's not lying to get ahead. He's just lying to lie, and he's getting ahead.
he's just lying because it's fun.
Yeah, yeah. Literally, he just. I just like lying. I love lying.
I just love putting myself in positions where like I gotta tell a lie. It's kind of fun to me.
I wake up and I eat breakfast and I lie to niggas about what I ate for breakfast just because it don't matter, bro. I
Lie
just
about when
like
I woke
lying.
up. Like, you brush your
Like
teeth this morning? Yeah, I didn't. I just flossed. That was all.
this is a sick Negro.
But yeah, so let's see. He lied about unemployment benefits and collected $24,000 in unemployment benefits. He lied to donors.
Insane. Insane. You are running for House of Representatives and you're getting unemployment?
He lied about donors donating to a super PAC, which was not registered as a super PAC. So they
Oh
just
my
gave him
god.
$50,000 and he used their money to buy designer clothing, credit card
Okay.
payments, a car payment, and personal debt. I mean, besides the designer clothing, he had the right idea.
Yeah, hey, paying off debt, paying off loans with loans.
Yeah, so of course he lied to Congress because I mean, duh. Like they asked him, like, is everything true, complete, and correct to your knowledge? And he said, yeah. And then they looked at his statements and were like, nigga, there's no way that
I
you
don't see
thought
a
this was
way for him
honest.
to get out of this. Like, cause I don't
I don't think so
usually
either.
politicians get away with crimes. First off, this nigga's a new politician within a year. I don't see him having the pool or the money to hire a lawyer good enough to get him out of what he's charged with.
Yeah.
I think this nigga might actually go down.
No, I mean he's going to. You have 13 Fed charges. And like you said, there's some plea deals you could probably cop too. But I don't see you doing less than a few
13 Fed
years.
charges is crazy. My
And mind you,
God.
especially because the real ones that are gonna whoop him are these wire fraud charges. Like
Hmm.
it's like all that lying to Congress, boy, man, they don't give a fuck about that for real. But bro, money laundering and wire fraud, theft of public funds, they still don't give a fuck about that. Dog, wire fraud and money laundering. You do, I'm
Anything
telling
above the
you.
money, they
And
coming
those are
for
the
your neck.
majority of your charges. You have 6 wire fraud charges. Like, buddy, I'm here to tell you, you might do double digits.
He
Like
about to get 15 years just for the wire fraud. 6 counts of wire fraud, yo. 6?
he just couldn't stop.
He he could not stop at all. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, but I mean, mind you, he did all of that. When he first ran for Congress in 2020, he was talking about he worked at vice president as a business development company. They spoke to the founder, and he pretty much testified under oath in a lawsuit that predated his run for Congress. Think about that. The lawsuit predated your run for Congress, so niggas was already on your head top, and
He
you
was
just
already
decided to
getting
take the most
yeah.
public and high profile job that you could take while under duress. Like,
What is this nigga? Like I said, this nigga definitely has some type of neurological disorder.
I know,
Because what is
I
the
know.
thought process in this? Like, what are you like?
But that's why he
He's not
became a
thinking clearly.
politician. When you really think about all his personality and the conniving and he just saw politics as the perfect place to end up at. Only
Yeah, he's
problem
a
was you just did
schemer.
too much scheming and dirt before you got there, dog. Like, I'm not gonna go through all these lies, but these are hilarious. Like,
It's
this
too
is
many. It's hundreds. It's got to be a very high amount, bro.
I would argue it's at least 20 something lies, and they got like whole paragraph blurbs
Oh
about
my
this.
god.
Um, I mean, mind you, even him lying about being the drag queen in Brazil when we had the pictures, like it was just so much shit there. He was just like dog, you lied about
Like,
your
come on,
grandma.
dog. We've
Yeah,
seen you. We seen how you walk, how you talk, bro.
we seen how you walk, we seen how you talk, we seen that looks dead up like you in the pictures. And then the most damning evidence was when they went to your page and you were following like 20 drag queens, buddy. You're finished. Dog, listen,
What
listen. Put it like this: don't ever let them niggas be accusing me of being like, yo, he really like that. Like he really be like booming niggas. And then y'all go to my page and I follow 20 certified shooters. Like, bruh, sorry, no, I'm getting tips.
what really blows me about this whole situation is the fact that it all boils down to the fact that this nigga just likes lying because he's running as not running, he was elected as a Republican.
Yeah, literally elected. That's the scary part, right? Like
He was
elected.
elected as a Republican when he's gay as fuck. And
Not
he's
gay as
always
fuck.
talking about anti-gay shit. He was a drag queen. And he's running I just we talk about this all the time, like just having no respect for people that grift like this. Like
Mhm.
Joe Rogan, people, Tucker Carlson.
Uncle Carlson, he's
God
back.
damn. He's back, God. Like people that grift like this that just fucking take money to shill right wing shit. Like these are the worst type of people. And this nigga, it's one thing for Joe Rogan, a white man, Tucker Carlson, or another white man to push right wing ideologies. I get it. I don't respect it, but I get it. But this nigga is a gay Hispanic man, and he is going Republican, knowing that they hate Hispanic people, they hate gay people, and you're running on this platform. This annoys me more than all the lies. I don't even give a fuck about the lies because it
Yeah,
don't
the
really
lies are
affect
just
me.
funny. The lies
Yeah,
are just
exactly.
funny.
It's
Like,
just comedy at this point. It's content, but you as a person, no morals,
he
nothing.
said it's
Just
just content. That nigga potting.
nice content for us.
Yeah, he potting for sure. Like he need to get into potting, yo. For real. Like, God, y'all gotta. Yeah. But go ahead.
No, that was my point. It's just this nigga has no morals.
Well, that's why he
It's just
decided to
chase a
become a
bag.
politician. Yeah. But yeah, nah, it's just nuts. Like this is hilarious, and I'm just like, dog. I just. And the only reason he got caught is because again, with so many people who are moving wacky and they are out and about moving like this. Y'all niggas only got caught, or you only got caught because you just saw what they did and decided I'm gonna be even worse than that.
Yeah. Come on,
I'm
man.
gonna be even worse. No. I simply have to do what you did, but in a way that is just much more aggressive and like in violation. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? We don't know. We don't know, man. But
He
I gotta
don't.
tell you. I gotta tell you, man, y'all niggas' morals is cooked. And again, I don't even care about y'all morals most of the time. It's just y'all morals compass is cooked. Absolutely fried.
Dog shit morals. Terrible human beings all around.
Yep. And from one terrible human being to another, man, we gotta talk about it. Spreadie Gibbs.
Damn,
Spreadie
he a
Gibbs, what
terrible
you
human
doing,
being
man?
now. That's
I
crazy.
mean, dog, listen. So let's start from the top. Right?
Right. Right.
Freddie Gibbs is dating this woman, Fit Mommy or something like that, who was formerly a sex worker, right? Um,
Still is.
well, I mean, well, now, but
I just
I
seen a
think she,
video. It's I didn't watch it. I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah, the screenshot. Yeah. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that.
That tweet was insane. That man.
Oh
No,
wait, you mean the screenshot she posted or the screenshot someone else posted?
no, I saw a screenshot of her on like a bang bus or something.
Oh
And
yeah,
somebody said
that's what
something
I'm talking about.
absolutely unhinged.
Yeah. There was a lot of shit around this, but so okay. So anyway, so let's start from the top, right? So Freddie Gibbs was dating this woman, and she released a very long thread. I don't know if you read this thread, but there was
I
a
didn't.
thread that she had where she posted pictures, screenshots, different screenshots of like locations it was at, places they went to, pictures that they took while they was there, text message conversations between the two, call logs. So long story short, that shit happened. Like I,
Yeah.
I'm very willing to believe this woman's story because the amount of evidence here of you saying these things and the fact that you denied none of it. Because I ain't gonna hold you. If a woman said I wanted certain things with her and I know I didn't say them, baby, I will fry you in a way that will be unsightly to the Lord. Like, but so I know that nigga did the shit. I know all these shits is true. There's not. I don't have. We don't have to confirm the veracity of these statements and of these things because there's no. I believe it. But anyway, she pretty much painted the timeline and painted the point and got the narrative where listen, we dated, everything was going cool. A lot of times we went on these vacations, we would talk, Then when the whole shit happened with Benny the Butcher, where he got his chain took, she posted pictures of that too. She was there. They took her chain, all of this other shit, right? Again, she's got pictures of the whole shit. So again, there's pictures of her there. There's pictures of her there with a chain. She leaves. She does not have the chain. So again, there's all these other things where I'm like, bro, I don't. So the story's true. I know this whole story's true. So then she's telling it, and then long story short, Freddie Gibbs pretty much starts selling her a dream, right? I really want kids. I want to have a family with you. We can name our kids this. We could do this. We could do that. You know. Again, unfortunately, I will say when you have not had a nigga run game before and you don't know niggas will just simply lie about these things, it feels really bad because you would think to yourself, well, who would lie about having a children? Niggas. Niggas would. Niggas would. Like niggas literally would.
That's super fucked up though.
It is. But niggas will lie. Like niggas will absolutely. Yeah, I can see. I'm thinking just two. Like because I'm thinking like I don't want too many kids. Like these niggas will literally sit up here and do the whole shit, knowing damn well I'm just chatting shit with you. Like I'm really just up here chatting shit. Like I'm not saying nothing for real. Like I'm not really trying to have no kid with you. I'm just thinking about the future I do have with a kid, and it probably won't be you here. But when I do have a kid, this is how it'll play out. And so that whole thing's happening, and then they sound real happy and all of this other shit, right? Then she mentions something with her period and this and that, and then so she go get tested, and the first test comes up positive, but it's like one of them at home tests. So she's like, all right, you know what? I want to make sure I get an official one before I do that. So I think like she's overseas or something like that. So like 6 or 7 days has to pass before she comes back. She texts him like with some preliminary shit, like not on some like I'm pregnant shit, but like on some like I think we need to talk, this and that. He already started acting weird. And then she get home, got the actual results. The actual results say she pregnant. Then she tell him straight up, look, I'm pregnant, this and that. And of course the nigga switch up. Like a tale as old as time. Right? The nigga switches up. Suddenly, I ain't trying to be no father no more. Now I'm gone for that. And he don't say as much, but the energy is entirely different. You can see it in the text messages. Like, so he not off it no more, this and that. So now here's the first thing, right? And again, and I promise you I'm not victim blaming. But if I was pregnant, I'm just putting myself in this situation. If I'm pregnant by a nigga who was doing all this other shit, right? And who was this and that, and he sold me on this dream. And then the instant that nigga acted like he didn't want this kid, baby, I'm getting that thing suction cupped up out of here. Y'all come get this. Yeah, y'all come scoop that one out. Come scoop it out.
You're not thinking these people. I think we talked about this before with a different person, but these women are thinking it's a cash cow. It's just I'm gonna get child support for 18 years from a millionaire.
I guess so. And don't get me wrong. And I think some people also don't have or do have reservations as it relates to I know. Please don't ever fucking say it on my pod, nigga.
I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, you do. You sure do. But they've got some reservations to the birthing process, right? So it's like, Not the hanger, bro. No, but
That's not the word.
it's not the word. It certainly isn't. But so some people have reservations. I don't know. I don't really even care about the reasons because to me, it's just again, I'm putting myself in that situation, dog. I would never want an everyday reminder of the nigga who bailed on me after selling me a dream. I would never want that ever
Nigga,
in my
that would
life.
piss me the fuck off, honestly.
Ever in my life. That just doesn't even make sense to me. But again, like you said, there's some other motives here, and it is what it is. So this whole thing happens, and that's how this whole thing sort of ends until the aforementioned picture that you bring up, right? So or I don't even know if she posted. I doubt she did. Someone
Nah.
posted a picture of her on basically a bang bus. For those of you who don't know, Google search it with safe search off. Um, and get into that. Just don't pay for nothing. But so it appears she's on one of those, and
Pregnant.
on pregnant, very visibly pregnant, and there's a guy looking at her belly. And again, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and assume what happens in this scene. But there was a lot of contention and controversy allegedly around this, and this is where I like again, you just start to see like people are fucking idiots because there were a few different conversations being had, right? There's a conversation about morality here. There was a conversation about just like pregnant people doing sex work. There was a conversation around really just sex work in general, I guess. But the morality conversation is the one that pissed me off the most. Only because there were people sitting up here basically battling and talking about the goddamn morality of like, damn, like, so like you pregnant, you got a pregnant child, you gonna go down here and do that and put that out and basically put this shit out for people who got kinks about this and that and like how that's like a borderline chomo shit and da 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 all this other goofy shit, right?
Well, first off, how the fuck is it her fault that other niggas are weirdos and got kinks about this?
Yeah, that one. And two, I was a sex worker before this.
Right, that was her whole bag. That was
That was
what
my
she was
bag.
doing.
The nigga who put a baby in me knew it, and I knew it as well. So when that nigga left, did y'all
That
think I was
makes
gonna
it
get
red.
on? Did y'all think I was gonna get on Indeed? I'm just confused.
Nah, get on Twitch and be a hot tub streamer.
Yeah, right. Literally, like what did y'all think the career sex worker was going to do? Just because, like, you thought so because I'm pregnant, that's supposed to change. So that was the whole weird. But then the morality part was because I'm like, wait, hold on, are we applying morality to the woman who's literally now? And again, and I'm not gonna absolve this woman of any of the decisions she's made. I think she's made some bad decisions that have gotten her here as well. But ultimately, the real decision is the nigga who sold you the dream, who could have taken care of you, sold you a dream, lied to you, and then he ran off on his own child. How does he escape the morality argument? I know the answer. It's just misogyny. But I thought
Yeah,
that
this
was
is
interesting.
a nigga.
Yeah, but I just thought that part was interesting because then it's like, bro, it's Spreadie Gibbs. Like, it's just a rap nigga. Like, you really? I'm like, oh, okay, no. And granted, I understand what y'all mean when y'all say that. You shouldn't believe anything these rap niggas said, and they're right. You shouldn't. But does that not mean you just get you get a free pass to say anything? You can just lie. You can just lie. Is what we getting at? Like, and it's okay now. Like, it's not even a matter. Like, we're not even gonna have the moral discussion, even though you're literally lying. Because again, let let a woman in a high profile trial lie. Oh, it's life or death, right? But then let this nigga lie with somebody coochie, and now they got a baby because of the lie. Eh, ain't my fault. Ain't my kid. Y'all figure that out. So I'm like, all right, cool. That's interesting how morality only applies to the now pregnant sex worker who has to pay her bills. But then that was the second part. Like, I'm formerly a sex worker. At no point am I gonna get on fucking monster.com or LinkedIn, nigga, and start applying to
Yeah,
easy
what are y'all
apply
talking
LinkedIn
about?
jobs. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, but again, that's the other part where the ignorance comes in because it's like, perfect example is like, again, when you work certain professions, the transition out of that profession to quote unquote mainstream jobs in some cases it's impossible. In other cases, it's very fucking difficult because I don't have any. I probably have transferable skills, but in what world? What do I even put on my resume? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I figure that? Like, again, if I'm
a lot of jobs have an anti-sex worker, I don't know,
sentiments,
mindset,
yeah,
sentiments.
yeah.
Yeah, like we don't
So
want
they'll never
somebody to
tell you
fucking
outright that's why you're not getting this job here. But baby, you're not getting a job here for that. And then the other part was, who the fuck would hire a pregnant woman? Think about that.
Yeah.
So then now we have so many layers of, I'm not gonna hire you because you're pregnant. I'm not gonna hire you because you're formerly a sex worker. And then I might not just hire you because beyond the sex work, you probably don't have a resume.
Yeah.
You don't have no customer service. Now, granted, you do because you do sex work, but that's not how this works and translates for these folks. Right, yeah. Because to me, it's like, bro, if I've been selling dope my whole life, what do I put on the resume? Like, I can sit up here and tell you I got the skills, but like, how do I? Name a situation where a customer, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, shit. Well, so I had this fiend, right? Like on my block who. So long story short, it's like, bro, it doesn't work. It's not gonna work. So that's the part that blew mine, where it's like, you idiots would sit up here and say, get on Indeed, go apply for a job, da da da. When I'm a pregnant sex worker, dog. If I was gonna get a job as a sex worker alone, that would have been tough. If I was gonna get a job pregnant alone, that would have been tough. You add the two together, I'm not getting a normal fucking job. I simply won't. They will not give it to me. They're not going to hire me.
First off, if I started off working as a sex worker, why the fuck would I switch careers and just go do something else? I'm gonna keep doing what I'm already doing and what I'm good at.
Especially when I can do this current work, which is the bang bus and personal I can do this pregnant.
Right.
Ta-da, duh, like that, like, and that's the part that blew my mind, like, where I'm just like, you niggas are just, again, that's why I'm like, all right, take this off morality for a second. Let's talk about necessity. Since y'all motherfuckers so smart. Since y'all so fucking smart. You are now a woman having a child, and you had your own bills before this kid. I don't know what her bills look like, but I'm assuming because she was a bit more high profile, them bills was a bit higher. So now your rapper nigga just left after selling you this dream. Now you have all these high bills and this lifestyle to maintain on top of the kid coming. On top of, I need money now, today. I need to work today, instantly. I can't apply for a job, go to interviews, go to the second interview, and I don't have time for that. I gotta get to work now. So it's just like, again, forget the morality for a second. You telling me put in the same situation and do the same thing? Like the part that blows my mind is like, this is like, it's like getting mad at a nigga working past his retirement age. Like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. Well, bitch, I am.
I don't really got a choice.
Yeah, I don't have much of a choice. But listen, maybe I made some bad decisions. Maybe I got screwed over. It don't matter anymore. The reason I'm here don't matter because I'm here. So it don't matter whether this was my fault, whether it was Freddie's fault, whether it was a combination of the two, whether I'm immoral, it doesn't fucking matter because now I'm here and now I gotta come up with $80,000 a year. I just gotta come up with it. I just gotta figure that out. Now, granted, I might have been making that before when I had all my shit, but unfortunately, took some time off all that, thinking I'm pregnant. I got my nigga here. Maybe my nigga can help me out and then that's when, again, we started hearing these dumbass arguments. Well, then that's what you need to prepare for pregnancy, just like irregular women do. And I'm like, let me ask you a question. Show of hands, just for the women. Niggas, shut up. How many women who have gotten pregnant were able to afford to take off all 9 months of their pregnancy? I'm going to tell you the answer.
That's insane to even ask that question.
It's fucking zero. It's none of them.
What the fuck? No way.
None of them. Nobody. Okay, let's make it a little easier. 8 months? Probably still fucking nobody. Like, that's just not a luxury people are afforded. And that's the other part where it's just like, I still don't. Y'all love to do these fake weird world. Well, you got to move this way. You got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and this and that, da da da, and all this other shit. But it's only to people that y'all don't like. Yeah. It's only people y'all don't like because, again, let this be a young black kid in the hood who made some bad decisions, and now he got to take care of a kid on his own, and he's selling work, and then y'all would sympathize with it, right? You bitch ass niggas. You would sympathize with it, right? You bitch ass nigga. You would. I know y'all would. But again, because this is some racially ambiguous woman who's now pregnant by a rapper, it's like, you just a rapper baby mama. Like, and again, that already comes with a stigma. because rapper baby mama, I'm already putting all y'all in a bag in a class with each other. So it's like that's why I'm just like this whole shit was nasty because it's like again, I don't know this woman. I don't really care about this woman. I don't think she made the greatest decisions here. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because now she's in this position and has got to make the best decision she can make from here, which is nigga, get a bag, get a fucking check.
Yeah.
So listen, if that involved doing porn pregnant, nigga, this I don't again, whether the morals are there or not. Listen, I always said, like, I don't see this as a moral issue. It's just something I personally wouldn't want to be involved with. Like, nigga, if my girl was pregnant and was formerly a sex worker, once she got pregnant, I would love for her to, I don't know, stop doing sex work. Now, again, I know a lot of that would come on me, like that. Hey, pause. But a lot of that burden would fall on me. You know what I mean? Because it's like, well, now it's my, you know what I mean? Like, all right, you worked maybe 2-3 months, and then once you started showing a little bit, or it got a little too much, you sat down, and then I take over for the rest. But it's like, no, I'm just not. I don't understand. And I understand because again, all you niggas are pseudo Christian, and I say pseudo Christian because none of you niggas are actually
Yeah.
Christian. Like it's just this fake weird rules that only apply to women, immigrants, and gay people apparently. But like, and again, but niggas do it all the time, where it's like all this Christian shit of this and that and grace and understanding and caring and that shit go out the window as soon as it's a win. It goes out the window as soon as there's pregnancy involved, as soon as there's a nigga that I like to defend. All that shit goes out the window because if we want to talk all this morality and the Bible and how you approach yourself, then where is the smoke for the fucking deadbeat? Huh? Call a spade a spade. That's a deadbeat, nigga. That's a deadbeat over there. Y'all know who it is. Oh, it's nothing. Nah, it's crickets. I get it. I hear you. Like, so it is what it is, man. Shorty gonna get her bag as she should. And honest, fuck it. I'm gonna support her getting her bag. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drop a little $10 on her OnlyFans. You know what? Here go two more. Brian voice. You know what? Here go two more.
Yeah,
Oh
this
yeah,
whole
man.
situation was fucking nasty. I don't really have anything else to say about it. It's just we already went through everything. It was just nasty situation. Freddie looking bad after this. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, not that I mean, granted, this guy has been looking bad for quite some time.
has he? I'm not really in on the Freddie Gibbs lore.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, between him getting jumped by Benny the Butcher, that whole shit, between him having a long back and forth with Ack and academics essentially
Oh, I do
winning,
remember that, nigga.
like
How
it's
do
like
you lose to academics?
that's my whole thing. Like, yeah, dog, like it's nasty work. Like, and then that
You
whole
lose
thing,
to Jerry the Mouse, bro.
even in this story, like old girl, like at one point made it like came out and basically said that like she was paying his phone bill. And mind you,
Yeah,
niggas,
that is probably one of the only fucking tweets that I saw from this whole situation.
and I
That is
was
posted
crying
about
when
her
I
phone
seen
bill.
that one because I was just like, that's it's so funny. I know he like, but that just goes to show two things. One, these niggas don't make the money that they say they do, obviously.
Yeah,
But then two, that nigga's nasty as hell. Like he's sick for that. Like, cause it's like I know he could afford to pay his own phone bill for real.
yeah,
Like,
nigga, I can afford to pay my own phone bill. Ain't no way a millionaire can't pay their phone
like
bill, bro.
dog, your phone's not different than mine. Like, you understand that? Like,
You
you
don't
are
got a
trying to.
super mega diamond black plan,
Yeah,
bro.
you
I
don't have
know you don't.
celebrity VIP plan. That's 5,000 a month. That's not what you have, nigga. You have the same shit as me. So I just thought the phone bill shit was hilarious because, like, bro, why you got this girl paying $120 a month? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But again, and we still go back to the same shit. If y'all the traditional value niggas, and why is she paying his bills? I hate the fact that y'all will let this nigga slide with y'all little joke, and then all the real serious think pieces get written about her ass. Meanwhile, this nigga getting his bills paid and selling bitches dreams and a deadbeat. And you know, I'm like, you niggas, man. You niggers.
Well, hey, Spreadie Gibbs, we got that.
Spreadie Gibbs. We do have that.
We got that.
Because I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be the first one to tell you. I'll let my girl pay my bills. She can pay them all, in fact. I just wouldn't be a deadbeat. Like, Like that's the part where we gonna differ. I would sell her the dream and then I don't know, try to work towards the dream, perhaps. That's just me though.
Maybe don't sell people dreams and work toward. Maybe already have like the dream set up and then sell it to you.
Best I can do is sell it and work towards it.
Hey, at least you working towards it. That's better than most.
He said, but work towards it in quotes, because like I ain't really finna get there, but it's like he said, like, no, look. I'm thinking like 18 months, you know what I mean? Like we do what we do, da da da, get up. But yeah, nah, like I'm like, nigga, you niggas are insane, bro. Um, what else? Let's see what we got on this list. From Doof to Doof number 2. You know what? I think I'll let you take this one away, man. Think I'll let
Well,
you
what
lead this one.
is
It's,
this? Is this about
you,
Elon?
you know the one. You know what topic it is. And
Yeah,
honestly,
what
I
is
actually didn't look into this like at all. I saw like maybe one tweet, but I didn't see anything else about it. I just saw like who this woman was following, and I was like, oh, okay. But
who is she following?
but just a bunch of right wing niggas.
Oh, nice. So yeah, so this is definitely calculated.
Yeah.
Elon, known shithead, handing off control of. Well, first off, I feel like Elon handing over control of Twitter should be a moral victory, but I feel like it's not because I mean, in the end, he still owns it. So like, what's really changing here? And he's handed it over to a right wing dickhead, well, a probable right wing dickhead, because we don't know what this woman's values are. But you said she follows a bunch of right wing niggas. But I feel like this is still a loss. Like I want Elon to go bankrupt. I want this nigga to lose
Oh, it's
all of.
we're getting there.
We're in the midst of this, but will it happen in our lifetime? How does a nigga act so stupid that he loses billions worth of money? I don't see it happening in our
Well, I
lifetime.
mean,
Honestly,
he already has in the sense that like this. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I think the thing with people like Elon Musk is like it's all market manipulation. Like Elon Musk,
right?
like many of these rich niggas, aren't quote unquote worth anything. It's just a
Yeah,
number
it's
on a
just the
sheet that
aspects.
fluctuates
Yeah,
insanely on a day-to-day basis. Like so that's
right.
why you'll see where niggas value, think about it. If I own something tangible, bro, my value wouldn't be able to get wiped away in a day. Like remember that FTX nigga? That nigga lost like 95% of his fortune in 24 hours because your whole fortune is just on paper. It's just
Yeah.
there's nothing to back it up. It's just a bunch of, oh well, they say I'm worth this. Okay. So what happens when your worth changes? Everything changes. You lose everything that comes with it. So go ahead.
Uh, yeah. So well, I mean, but that's the difference though between the FTX niggas. He was a millionaire. It's billions is a little bit different. Like it's I don't even think I can in my head quantify billions of dollars. I don't think I
No, he was worth 20 bill.
really was it
Hmm.
the FTX nigga. I didn't think he was worth that much honestly.
He was worth 26 bill in Sprint 22.
What is all right? So what is 95% of 26 billion? He's still got billions probably or high
He went
millions.
from 26 billion to 16 billion due to an issue, and then within a week it dropped to virtually zero. Is what they said.
Damn! How
Hold
did it
on.
drop to virtually
Finish the
zero?
Elon story. Somebody ringing my doorbell. Give me a second.
Hold on, go ahead. Yeah. Oh yeah, Elon stepped down from the head of Twitter. Um, I'm conflicted. I don't know how to feel about it. I am happy that Elon is no longer running Twitter because he's a shithead. But at the same time, I don't feel like anything's gonna change. I mean, he still owns it, so he's still gonna put in his input on how he wants Twitter to be run, which was horrendous. But I don't know. We'll just have to see how it turns out. I feel like the changes that he made are probably mm, I don't know if the changes he made will be kept or if they'll be removed. It really depends on the person that he instated as the head of Twitter. So I don't know. But overall, I'm happy that he got removed as the head. That's about it. Yeah, Tatum is going fucking crazy right now. That last game, he just said no, never again. There's no way. I'm not doing that. Oh my god, I'm looking right now. This shit is fucking wild. Jesus Christ.
Whew, okay.
25 points at the end of the.
But you finished that
No, yeah, I finished it. Just you can edit out the silence when we do the when you do the edit.
Yeah. Editing.
That's a thing, right? Like editing. That's
So they say. So they say.
who knows.
Uh,
Who was at the door?
it was my uncle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, he came over here for Mother's Day. They still here. So, you know, it is what it is. But I think, while they're here, I would guess the video game topic is probably what I will tackle next. I think I'll save the other two for a little bit later.
What are the other two?
Jimmy Foxx and
Florida and
then
Jamie
Florida.
Foxx.
Yeah,
Oh
definitely
yeah.
Florida. Like that's the one I'm like, all right, let's put that all the
Yeah.
way. Let's push that one all the way to the back.
That's a very serious one, yeah.
But let's see. Where do we start with the Jamie Foxx thing? So the funny thing is, I wasn't even following this from the jump, so I was confused as to like people randomly like, yeah, I'm sending him well wishes. I hope wishing him the best. Da, da, da. And I was like, wait, what y'all talking about? Like, I was genuinely
So you
confused.
didn't even know he was in the hospital.
No, like at first, no, I had no idea. I had
Damn.
no clue. So I was just like, is what y'all on? What y'all talking about? Like
What
what
y'all
y'all?
praying for Jamie Foxx for? What he do?
Yeah, because every once in a while, like every like 3, 4, 5 months, niggas will do the whole Jamie Foxx is so underrated and his career is so like what I mean, they'll do those every 4 months. So I'm thinking maybe it was that. But then once I see like the prayers up and all that, I'm like, what's why y'all doing that? Why y'all doing that? So that was so then but anyway, so long story short, for those who I guess weren't paying attention, like me, um apparently he had some sort of health emergency on a set of one of his movies. He was in the hospital for some short period of time, got out, and he's been recovering. Now, again, that's the good news. The bad news, I guess, has been a lot of people just running speculation, including I think wasn't it his own daughter or something who had initially said something wild, and then that's why people thought.
No, his daughter came out and refuted the rumors that were going
No,
on.
no, no, right. I know she did that event, but someone said something early on. Who was that? Was that just a news outlet?
Probably it was probably Rap
Uh,
TV is the
yeah, Rap
one that his
TV and
daughter
Daily Loud.
specifically responded
Yeah,
to
yeah,
and
Rap TV
said
and Daily Loud are the two I'm seeing.
Daily Loud. Okay, yeah. But no, yeah, it's his daughter came out and refuted all of the shit that basically these media outlets have been putting out for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
Mhm.
maybe.
Yeah,
And
well, that's why I got these outlets blocked. First off,
yeah, no, I fucking hate Rap TV. But I didn't even know about Daily Loud. I never heard about them, but I saw a video by Kev on stage.
Oh yeah,
Um,
where he did, yeah, he like
yeah,
investigated. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's not surprising that Rap TV is owned by all white people and only white people work there.
yeah, as
It's the
many white
same
people as
thing
you
with
can find.
these meme pages like
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
hood vines or whatever, the hood videos, and what was it? There's another one that starts with a D. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, let's see. Is it Dylan or Dylon? Dylon.
Dylan. Wait, it's just one person? What do you mean?
But the name of the page. It starts with a D and it's a page that's basically just, niggas. It's just nigga media. And that's the whole shit. Hood videos. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a page just called Tyrone, because that's black name,
Or
standard black
Daquan
name.
or something? Was that it?
Daquan, that was it.
Okay,
Daquan,
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
it. And these pages they're all owned by fucking white people. It's just white people capitalizing on black media.
Or just non-black. Like even because I've seen a couple of them that are they're not white, but they're not black either. So
Not black, yeah.
so same thing.
Actually, I think Daquan is owned by a non-black person, a POC. A POC, an ally. He's an ally, right? Yeah,
So they say, right?
making this media for black people, black culture, and it really blows me that black culture is it's literally just profitable.
It's fodder. It's really just
That's
fodder. Like
that's
it's
all we are. It's just profitable
and
money.
and to me, the other thing though that I thought about with this whole Jamie Foxx thing was just like this almost insulting need to like know what goes on in celebrities' lives. Like people were
Yeah,
angry, honestly, like genuinely upset. Like, well, what's happening? What's going on? Like they deserved to know even.
it's a parasocial relationship. These niggas
Hmm.
just they need to know what's going on with their favorite celebrity, one of their favorite celebrities.
And mind you, and the craziest part for me is that like I'm a huge Jamie Foxx fan. Like I remember when I first did hear the news, I genuinely was like, I'm not gonna get into this because I'm good. Like I'm like
Yeah,
I'm straight. I'm listen. I'm gonna get the news as I get it. I'm not about to go dig in and find out because again, it's not readily available. So I knew right then like they weren't putting it out. It's like with the Usher
yeah.
and Chris
Chris
stuff.
Brown
Like
shit.
that wasn't readily available. They weren't putting out what happened. So we can speculate up and down about who got beat up, someone got hit, da, 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 da. But no one put anything out. And from the videos I did see the next day, I can't tell anything happened to Usher. So it's one of those things where like I'm not about to say again, it's like that's the part where it's like when you mix parasocial relationships with the proliferation of fake news, it's like it gets really nasty because now it's like they're reading a story that's fake and now they're demanding the people who are real to refute the fake story almost. Like it's like, yo, listen, they said da 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 happened to you. You gotta like what happened? Like what's that's not is that it? Is that it? And then you be oh, I ask y'all to respect our privacy at this time while we deal with da da da. And niggas like, nah.
I need to know.
What happened? Who did like so did you what did you okay no who was there? Who else was involved? So I can ask it's like dog, like y'all have got to just mind your own.
Yeah,
And
nah, that's just the society we live in right now. It's sad, honestly.
yeah, that it is. That it is. And it's just like definitely one of those things where like I said, like we've seen this happen with so many people where like it's just nasty because it's like, dog, can you imagine like you don't know nothing about nothing and you finding out, you hearing these stories, idiot stories, people that, oh, he had a stroke, this happened, that happened, da da da. Mind you, literally, some people were just like, damn, like, oh, he, like, basically, they were, they don't know nothing. They're literally just sitting up here acting like they read something saying, like, oh man, it's not looking good for
Yeah,
him.
niggas are saying it was a stroke weeks before anything came out.
Hmm.
That's just niggas just assumed that and they just ran with it.
And then there was a whole lot of like, oh, he not doing too good, da da da, prayers up, da da da. Oh
Like,
man.
where were y'all getting this information from? Just because y'all didn't hear nothing for 2 weeks, y'all think the nigga's on his deathbed?
I think so. I think so because again, they're used to the parasocial relationships where when something's wrong, y'all give me updates, y'all tell me everything. You know what I mean? I get all that. So if y'all quiet, that must mean something
That
bad's
must be
going on.
that's
It's
terrible. Dog, it's just not how the world works,
Yeah,
nigga.
literally,
The
like
world don't
literally.
revolve around you.
But I remember that too. I don't even remember who that was, but I do remember seeing that, like saying like the family was preparing for the worst.
Yeah, I read that too. The family, that came from Rap TV.
Mm,
Those are the niggas that put this shit out. All the white niggas.
mm, okay, I was say because I didn't know where that came from.
It came
I
from
did,
literally Rap TV was the first ones to report that the families in the video in the IG post, the story that the daughter posted, the caption, the screenshot was of Rap TV. It was their fucking article or whatever.
yeah, no, that's nasty work for real. I don't. It's just, but I again, and I understand the incentive, I guess, for lack of a better word, for the organizations to do it. It's just, again, I just hate that people don't understand how they play a part in this. Like,
Yeah,
it's like, dog, please, like, why do y'all like? You know why I couldn't fall for a Daily Loud or a Rap TV headline? Because I can't see them. I can't even see them. I blocked them. I can't see them. Like they wouldn't even show it. Like I only see them because someone else quote tweeted it or someone else is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
literally.
but I can't. Like I wouldn't see it because I learned early on. And again, this is why I always tell people, please take these steps when it's just because mind you, listen, I'm very liberal when it comes to blocking and muting accounts and people because it's like I don't have to put up with anything you do on this internet here. I can simply decide I don't want to hear from him again. Whatever news he has, it's not exclusive because someone else will tell me. I never want to hear it from you. And that's how it was with Daily Loud, Glock Topics, all of these goofy ass rap pages, like you said, that are
Topics.
yeah, literally Glock Topics is a hilarious name.
Come on
Like
now.
I know again, but again, it goes back to all the white folks and all the non-black kids calling everything a Glock when that it means something. You know what I mean? Like, but
That shit pissing me off. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know if this is me being old, but I don't know if you've seen this phenomenon of just white kids calling everybody blood on post BLUD. Just every post, niggas like blood said this or blood thought
yeah,
this
like the
or
but
blood
yeah, the
did that.
UK one, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
And that's
just
all
pull
that it is, though.
it together,
Like
man.
it's just they find something that they like, and and mind you, it's just in a lot of cases, it's a stand-in for the one word they can't say. You know how that shit go. Like
Yeah,
my brother in Christ,
look who can't say nigga. Man, that's crazy.
and nah, MFR be killing me.
No, MF, just say if you're gonna say motherfucker, just say MFer is crazy. MFER is fucking ridiculous, man. Y'all gotta. But at the same time, I don't know.
He said, "Just say it." No, actually, don't do that. It's not
No,
for
no, no.
good
I was
advice.
just say motherfucker, not just say nigga. No, don't
Oh
say
yeah.
that. Nah.
I mean, when you spell it all out, though, I ain't gonna hold you. Spelling it all out, it seems like a really. I don't like it. Like when I have to spell it all out, I don't like it. So I understand MF. And somebody else must have been in the same mindset. Like, nah, it's too much. This is too much. It reads crazy when I spell it all out.
No, no, I didn't mean the whole word. I just meant M. Just say MF. Don't say MFER. We don't. By the
Oh,
context
that's
of
what
the
you're saying.
sentence, we can understand what you're going for
Oh
with
yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah.
saying.
That's true. But yeah, but they don't know that. They don't know how AAVE works. Like so mind you, they know the word, but they don't know how we would use it because they wouldn't know. They just know the word. So they know how, white folks would use it or non-black folks would use it, but
Sure. Sadly,
oh,
yeah, no, it's sad. Sad. It's like, and I've been noticing this phenomenon because I'm on TikTok a decent amount just because there's some funny shit on there, but
so they say.
it's it's like you say, AAV, black slang, how niggas talk are how niggas talk is now getting turned into Gen Z talk. It's like they've completely removed that niggas are a part of this, and now it's just, oh, this is just how kids talk nowadays. Niggas just be saying blood and bro did this and bro did that and bruh and this. No, this came
Yeah,
from niggas.
yeah. It's not like this is not just how kids talk. Like,
This, yeah, no, it's literally just it's. I don't know how it happened, but it's just disseminated to the point where it came from niggas, and now just every nigga under the age of 18 just talks like this.
well, yeah, a lot of it's that influence. Yeah, like Reef was saying, it's black culture. It's like we have that
Yeah, it's
influence to
literally
where
black culture. Yeah,
like it's everybody want it and it's what's hip. Like it's like when we say something, even if they don't know what it means, it's just they gonna go with it. They gonna because it's just that juice, that sauce that come with it. Like they just looking like, ooh, he just saying that. He's saying that. Ooh,
I don't
like,
know how he said that. It really
but you know what's
resonated.
funny? The reason why I know that's true is because as a black person, I've fallen victim to this before. Like, mind you, I've seen people use regional slang like that I know nothing about and let them use it a couple times. I'm like, nah, that shit kind of bang. Hold up, that shit, yeah. Hold on,
Oh
let
no,
me, yeah,
that is
I'm gonna get
part of
that
it.
off. Like,
Yeah,
perfect examples, like Reef and all of them. They went to school in Delaware. And they came back, and I remember when they was like, "Yo, y'all blowing mine." Now, granted, I don't. I think some people from New York will tell you that's New York slang. I hadn't
yeah.
heard it from New York niggas. I heard it from them when they came back from Delaware, and that eventually ended up becoming regular to me. You know what I mean? Because it's just like you hear these things, and it's just like, all right, you go with it. So again, it's like the same thing where you got all these people copying New York accents, copying Southern niggas, copying Atlanta niggas. I mean, mind you, Iggy Azalea came over here and what she picked? You already know where she went. Like people will come over
You
and they
need a
just gonna
dialect. Yeah,
they're gonna pick whichever dialect make the most sense to them. And especially with the internet and how globalized everything is, almost nothing's regional anymore. So like even if you got regional slang that's like a Memphis exclusive, it's gonna get out to the rest of the world. To the point to where you're gonna go to Atlanta and hear it. You're gonna go to Florida and hear it. You're gonna go to New York and hear it. Now you might not hear it as much depending on which pockets of people. But if you're talking online kids and people online, oh, you going
oh yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, that.
yeah. They listen to a bunch of young boys, so they trying to talk like niggas from Louisiana. Like it's all types of stuff with that. All right. Yeah, no, it definitely is. Definitely is. Um, let me think. Let me think. Um, thinking about probably we'll get to Florida. We'll get to Florida. Hmm. I'm just trying to think. What's the
Speaking of Florida, you saw Ron DeSantis started a GoFundMe for the nigga that killed the black man on the subway, the Marine.
I didn't. I certainly didn't hear that, but I'm not shocked at all. Be perfectly
Yeah,
frank.
no, no, it's of course not. That's his
Um,
MO.
I don't know what is it? CBDC. Oh, central bank digital currency. Gotcha. Okay. I don't know what that is, but yeah, no, there's a bunch of. I hate the New York Post sometimes so much. Uh, let me read this headline real quick. Florida schools move to ban furries items to curb barking and meow.
Hello?
Like, yo, what are we doing here? Yeah,
Yeah,
what
no,
we
what the fuck is going on?
what we doing here? Like,
I feel like most school you're banning something that most children aren't even aware of or a part of. It's
somebody's
like
like,
you're
what?
introducing them to this.
Niggas like, bro, they meowing and barking, and not to mention, I just listen, and please don't mistake me as a furry, but I just don't understand the hatred that these niggas get when they're just weird. Like, I've never understood why being weird is just this like
It's
frowned
because
upon,
it's because it's a sexual thing. So
but it's not.
well, no, people equate it with being
Right.
that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what
I
you're
mean,
saying.
they have like the foxtails, the butt plugs. Like it's definitely niggas try to make it a sexual thing for sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but I think like that's the trick they do with all these movements is that they pretend everything is about sex, or they pretend it's about deviancy and this and that. And it's just like, bro, I mean, in a sense, these kids are deviants because they're deviating from the ordinary status quo, da da da. But it's like, dog, that's not deviancy. These are just,
It's
again, I just
different niggas.
like, listen, dog. Like I said, I'm not with it. But the furthest I'll go is just call y'all strange. Like, I'm not about to
Yeah.
sit up here and really be like, yo, you nigga, like, I'm banning y'all from. Like, it's never that serious for me, bro. Like, bro, until we see a furry go on a spree, it's never that deep.
You know
It's
what it
never
is?
that deep.
They take the absolute worst case scenarios as
Yeah,
far as
always, always, yeah.
they take zoophiles and like niggas that are into
Zoophile.
some fucking actually terrible, horrendous shit, and they just apply it to
Zoophile.
all furries.
Funniest part is, I remember when you said zoophiles, I was thinking like the wrong way, like ZOOFILES, like zoophiles. Like, I was like, oh, you mean the other thing. I understand.
Yeah, I mean the terrible people that need to be under Guantanamo Bay. Yeah,
What is she doing? Okay, so let me think. I'm just like in between thoughts right now because okay, good. I was about to say I'm in between thoughts right now because my front door is wide open and I'm just wondering what the fuck's going on here.
why
Um,
is the front door wide open?
you know, when you live with someone with dementia, you learn a lot about dementia, you know? And I understand what's happening now. It's the only reason why I'm not like just, pausing things and getting up. It's just I just would love at some point for them to, snap back to reality and do their part, you know? But
The other people, not the person with dementia.
no, the person with dementia.
Oh, you waiting for them to snap back to reality and just get up and close the door. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
she's old, so maybe she don't want to get up. Maybe she already snapped back and just
Nah, she got up to open it, so
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though. So I guess you can intro Florida real quick because I'm. Oh wait, no. We're almost. Let's see. There we go. Look at that. It all works out. Just had to leave my front door open for a minute and a half. Um,
Jesus.
which actually happened yesterday. Like there was a big ass wasp in my dining room.
Because the
And
door was open.
yeah, and I seen them, and I was just like, yeah, I'm at the boom, right? Boom. Like, listen, I'll tell you, when it come to wasps, man,
Yeah.
extrajudicial, like
Gotta get them out here immediately.
extreme
No,
prejudice.
yeah. No, yeah, I agree.
But
Wasps are
anyway,
just some insects that you just gotta get rid of
yeah, wasps,
extremely
hornets.
fast.
I'm sorry, bees that look like hornets. Yeah, y'all gone. Y'all finished.
You can't, bees that look like hornets are still bees, but
I know. I wouldn't know that though until you. Sorry, you finished.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're
You're
not wrong, but
finished,
it's
pal. You understand? You're done. So oh yeah. So now, okay, we're in the clear now. So let's start with SB 264. That is a bill in the Senate in Florida titled Interests of Foreign Countries, which is scheduled to take effect on July 1st and will prohibit Chinese citizens from purchasing or acquiring real property or from having more than a small indirect interest in such real property.
yo, Ron DeSantis. Somebody has got to do what needs to be done.
They simply have to.
They,
Um,
that's all we
they've
can
got
say.
to. They've got to. He said, "Does anybody have a rapid lobotomy kit?"
Rapid lobotomy kit.
Like, does anyone have one?
I mean, shit, I might want that, honestly.
Like, I need the quick one,
Yeah,
like a
let me get a quick lobotomy real quick, yeah.
let me get the instant one.
Make it snappy.
He said, "Yeah, this one's a 38 though." Let's just see. So, and it holds an exception for Chinese visa holders who are permitted to be in ownership of one home as long as they are registered with the state agency. Sounds nuts. I'm sure registering with the state that also doesn't want y'all to own land is probably nothing will come of that. I'm sure.
It's probably a good idea, honestly. I mean,
Surely they won't use that list for anything.
nah.
It also restricts foreign citizens from Russia, Iran, North Korea, Cuba, Venezuela, and Syria to purchase land within 10 miles of military bases. So the government described residential real estate ownership by Chinese entities as a huge problem. Which granted, he's probably right about this one part here. Because we see this from everybody, not just the Chinese, but from what we do too. Like where people will buy real estate and then just sit on them shits.
Yeah,
Just sit on 'em, just not do nothing.
but that's not why.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Yeah.
Of course not. Like it's like you have a shred of truth, and you're like, so for that reason, furries are not allowed to. And you're like, wait. How'd you make that leap? Um, yeah. So this, again, I tell people all the time. Apparently, wow. Okay. Florida, I thought was the first to do something like this. Apparently, in March, South Carolina Senate passed a bill preventing alien land ownership.
What?
I'm gonna give you a definition in a second. It will prevent citizens of foreign adversaries from buying property in the state, which includes China, Russia, Cuba, Iran, and North Korea.
I was about to say,
Uh,
what's considered an adversary? But okay.
so what I'm curious about, how does this affect people who are dual citizens?
Yeah.
Because it says the exceptions are U.S. citizens, legal permanent residents, and foreign citizens purchasing land under 5 acres for residential purposes. Fine, cool with all that. What does dual citizenship like off the board? Like, how does that work?
Well, you already saw they're trying to get rid of DACA, and that's not even just in Florida and South Carolina. That's nationwide, right?
Mhm. Wait, hold on. Repeat that. I just said without like even thinking about what you said.
I said they're trying to get rid of DACA. Well,
Well,
actually,
yeah, they
in
got rid of
Florida
something.
specifically, they made it so that if you have DACA and you live with or work with a person that is undocumented, then you lose your citizenship and can get deported. So Florida is really on some other shit right now.
Oh yeah.
These
Yeah.
niggas are acting unusual.
And I was even thinking about like I don't know if you saw like so Title 42 was a thing as it related to immigration. They had where I don't know what was it? It was a public health restriction that significantly altered immigration policy. Basically, it allowed authorities to swiftly turn away migrants at the borders to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. The public health emergency and Title 42 lapsed just this past week. So, basically, what they're saying, because this has been lifted, they're now returning to a decades-old section of code known as Title 8, which has been stated that it would carry more severe consequences for migrants found to be entering the country without a legal basis, which I think is insane because, like, what could possibly be more severe than what's happening? Like, I
Yeah,
enter the country without a legal basis. I'm going to get held in the world's worst facility, or at least the worst one in the country, like basically a prison. Uh, I'm going to go through hell there and then get sent home. What is more severe than that? Like that's the part that scares me. Like, what's more severe than holding me until my court date and sending me home?
yeah.
Y'all
The
gonna whoop my
motherfuckers
ass while I'm in
trying to
there?
make
I don't get it. Y'all gonna beat me up while I'm in there? I'm afraid. In
They
fact,
honestly might. I'm not surprised with how fucking wicked these niggas working.
yeah, no. Reef mentioned Jason Tatum going crazy. He's going insane. Actually, he's going
Oh yeah,
crazy.
we mentioned that after you went to the door. He's making up for that last game.
Yeah, Joel Embiid's playing like shit. He's 4 of 15, but that's interesting. Celtics up 15 right now. Okay, 6 minutes left in the third, but yeah. So anyway, back to Florida real quick. So yeah, listen. I always tell people though, if when government specifically seeks to create a hammer to use to hammer down some part, you know what I mean? Like they're not going to create a weapon, use it for the people that they created it for, and then destroy, dismantle it, and just leave it alone. So like every time these situations come up where these governments will weaponize weaponize laws against the LGBT community or against all these other, like, please stop thinking that has nothing to do with y'all, because it has everything to do with y'all. Because you just have to understand the LGBT community is just one of the easier targets in terms of my war against undesirables.
Yeah,
But don't ever for a second think they're the only group I think is undesirable. We have women. We have migrants.
We
We
got
have
niggas,
Negroes.
the
Yeah,
obvious target.
we have the entire LGBT community. We've got kids. There's a lot of people that they consider undesirables, and you can tell just by policy. I mean, you could so it's like, don't ever think that they're gonna use it on one group and then all right, well, we just wanted to use it on them. Don't worry, you guys are safe. No, once I got a whole system that lets me put y'all on the list and do this and do that and demonize y'all and turn y'all into this and take y'all rights away, I'm finna do it to everyone else I don't like too, because it only makes sense. Like if I had 10 ops or 10 people I considered ops, and there's varying levels, right? One of y'all is my sworn enemy, and the rest of y'all are just ops. Once I defeat my sworn enemy, what do you think happens next? I just forget the other 9 of y'all are my ops and I just let y'all rock? No. One of y'all then becomes my new sworn enemy. And I'm gonna go through the list either until I get tired or until we strike a deal and maybe some of y'all is safe. But it's like, dog, this is the part where I'm just like, y'all don't get it. Like, y'all just do not get it. Like,
Literally.
it's a shame to see every time it happens. Like, people just pretend, not even pretend, like they really don't believe. Like, oh well, that's immigration. What immigration got to do with me? I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm like, okay, do you look Latino?
I was saying, nigga, you can get deported at a moment's notice.
Not to mention, dog, you want to know the group that gets held in them ICE facilities, the highest ethnic group? It's Haitians, Negroes, Haitians.
Mm.
Niggas named Doc and Claude.
Lord!
Like, so that's the part that blows mine, where it's like, so y'all think immigration is a Latino issue? No, it's a black issue. Considering we are the highest
It's
ethnic,
anybody that's not white issue. Indian
literally.
people,
Yeah.
black people, Hispanic people, any nigga that's not Irish or Swedish or any niggas not from Europe is getting deported. Honestly.
hmm And then, so that's the whole, the Chinese citizens law. But the goofy part, right? The second part up to this is that Florida also passed this E-Verify law, which will increase penalties for non-compliance and for employers that knowingly hire undocumented workers. And then basically it's going to require private employers with at least 25 employees to use E-Verify, which is a digital immigration verification tool. Now, again, this is another one that is just an absolute head scratcher, because I understand that, like, you'll talk a good game about, you know, Cold War shit, right? Immigrations, they took our jobs, da da da, all of this other shit. But then, how are you stupid enough to sign this law and let this law pass through, knowing most of your companies are dependent on the labor of the folks?
Yeah, that's very confusing, honestly.
Like, to me, what this strikes me as is like, you was talking all that shit, talking all that shit, talking all that shit, and then somebody put the bill forward, and well, now everyone's got to sign it because I don't want to look like I wasn't about that shit I was talking.
Really about it, yeah.
So, but once it gets signed, we're gonna try it out for a little bit. It's not gonna work. The big companies will be able to get around it. You know what I mean? But the smaller one will probably suffer. And we'll try this out for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then say, you know what? There's an issue with the what's the issue with the E-Verify system? So we gotta repeal this real quick, get the system working, and then we gonna put it back into law. And then you know what I'm saying? Like, we know how this shit goes. Like, so I know that they're not gonna stick with this because this is just not good for them. Like, this is
It doesn't make sense at all.
like, it doesn't make sense, and it's not good for them. Like, other states have tried this, and they almost always quickly roll this back because then they realize, oh, so that meat processing plant is like 60% illegal. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Oh,
we've
okay.
seen videos of these undocumented people posting shit saying like, so who's gonna pick all the vegetables? Who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do that? Like, y'all niggas don't got it. Y'all not gonna do the work that they do. We all know this.
And I'm here to
We
say right now,
even
I
the
won't.
niggas that voted for it know this.
I
So like,
won't.
what is all this for?
He said, "What's all this then?"
Yeah, like what is all this then?
I know I won't. I'm not getting out there and picking shit. So that shit remind me too much of that other shit they was picking. Nope. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I got a job. I'm not about to leave my job to go do more work for less pay. Ain't no way in
hmm
fucking hell. No, no way.
hmm And that's the thing that killed me. Like, so I'm just like, I just don't get what this was for. I don't know why this was passed
It
for
was
real.
for an image. You already said it. You said this was just because he ran on this, so then he got to do it, and he's gonna renege on it. They're gonna renege on it. There's no way they don't renege on it.
Mm-hmm. So let me think. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, and then, mind you, the funniest part is that there's a lot of damn, I just knocked my damn computer over. But there's a lot of even right wing folks who will sit up here and say straight up, like, the system is ass. Like, it's ineffective at detecting the workers. The government's existing employment verification document, which is the I-9, already costs employers a ton of money. Like, and E-Verify doesn't even lead to better outcomes for American workers. So they're just like, so what is the point? Like, because basically they were saying, like, E-Verify mistakenly marked certain people as legally unable to work when they should have been approved about 0.15% of the time. But if that were applied to every federal or every American worker, that's about 190,000 people a year barred from work due to a mistake. So they're just like, dog, I don't even understand the point of this. I don't get it. I don't know. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, this bill would never happen on a federal level because it probably died in the
Yeah.
Senate, and Biden said he'd veto it anyway. But the thing is, I think what it really is I think this is an excuse to up the surveillance, because I think they're gonna do some shit on the side with it. Because again, I'm reading this article now where they're basically saying that it contains well, at least the national E-Verify bill, the one that they're trying to pass through the House now, that Biden said he would not sign. That one contains vague references to two pilot programs of, quote, non-photographic technology you must use to prove your identity to DHS. Right? So then basically the guy is just like, well, what is it? Is it fingerprints? Is it DNA? Is it retinal scans? Why doesn't it say it in the bill? Because the bill don't know neither. They're keeping it vague so that way when I get to that point, I can tell you whatever.
I can just say whatever the fuck I want to say. Yeah.
And so again, I guess their thoughts is that Florida is going to be the testing ground for how they do it, because they're probably going to get all these folks on the list that they can, find out who passes, find out who doesn't, da da da, this and that. And I'm like, you know what? I can see that. With as spiteful as this state is, I don't think they're just stupid enough to just go, all right, we're going to put this in place. No, it's not going to work, and then roll it back. I don't think they're that stupid. They could be. They certainly could be. I mean, they've shown me that before. But I always feel like there's a bit more, like, it's like a two bird, one stone thing every time.
Yeah.
Like, it's like all right, there's a really stupid reason we're doing this. There's a somewhat like reasonable reason on our side why we're doing this. And then there's like a hidden reason where it's like, this is really what it's about. So for me, I feel like it's probably really just about surveillance, like upping your surveillance measures, more money for it, and getting another opportunity to fuck with people's civil rights and privacy.
No, that makes sense. No, everything you just explained makes sense.
And then even the other thing, like, that me and my girl was talking about was just like, one of the things that's been happening in not just Florida, but like Florida, Texas, and a lot of the conservative states that come down really strong on some of these, on some of these medical issues, like the debirthing one, and even some of the other ones, just like, a healthcare provider can deny you care if you're LGBT or some shit. Like, if it's states like that, what's been happening is that there have been a lot of medical professionals just opting out of working in these states. So what you're eventually going to get, which I mean you're having now, you know what I mean, is that you're going to get all these issues of who who then becomes your doctors, who are your nurses, who are your OBGYNs, who are your surgeons, who are your, you know what I mean, cardiologists, who are all these guys, when some of these people are just simply not going, like, again, they're not liberal per se, they're not conservative per se. They're just not going to go in a state that's going to curtail people's civil rights in such a way where it's like, dog, I got a job to do. Like, and if y'all going to get in the way of that to the point to where if I aid somebody who you know what I mean, is going through the debirthing process and they might pass away and I decide to save their life, I could go to prison for murder. Dog, I just won't work here. I literally
Yeah.
will not work here then. Like, I don't, it's not even a matter of I believe in this, I'm Catholic, I'm Christian. Nigga, I just won't work there. I'm not putting my career on the line for some weird arbitrary bullshit that y'all want to draw lines on and that y'all can change at will and have shown that y'all will change whenever the fuck y'all want to. No, I'm good. I will simply just work in New Jersey. Like, I will simply just work somewhere else. Like, somewhere where it's like, nigga, I don't have to worry about if I save my patient's life, nigga, I might go to prison for it. So, and then, like, you know, but it was like this whole thread where they was basically saying, like, people realize that, like, you're seeing a decline in residency applications and OBGYN, you know, like, you know, in gynecologists in these states, but it's not just there. It doesn't just stop there. And then what they were saying is the other real issue is med students typically tend to get engaged and married and date the people that they meet in their bubbles.
True.
Meaning, if the bubbles get smaller, then that gets smaller, which means now you have less families in here, which means less tax dollars. So it's like a trickle down effect that you'll see. And then so what ends up happening is now you got a potential gynecologist who skips living in your state for this reason. Now guess what? His future wife or his future spouse is now another doctor or a nurse. And why would she want to practice in a state that might put her in jail? So now she stays away. Right. And then what happens is when people do their residency, they tend to stay near there. Right. Like, so it's one of those things where it's like, if I do my residency in Pittsburgh, chances are I'm probably going to live in Pittsburgh, at least in the immediate 5 to 10 years, somewhere around Pittsburgh. I'm not moving to I'm not going to finish my residency and then move to Iowa. I'm not going to
It
finish my
sounds like
residency.
niggas haven't thought about this.
No, they don't. They don't, because these are the things that it would never cross their mind, because in their eyes, that ideological bullshit is more important. It's more valuable. These are just like, I'm willing to take that risk. I'm willing to take that loss. And it's just like, not, I don't know how. I don't know how. You're going to have less fucking workers and doctors, and that is nuts. That is
Yeah.
nuts to me. So I don't know. Like, and they was talking about how, like, you know, basically, like, all right, maybe you don't care about OBGYNs and this and that, but it's like, again, these people marry within their bubbles within their fields, right? So it's like, if it's less doctors, it's gonna be less OBGYNs, less nurses, less surgeons, less cardio, like less all of that. Which, again, losing that talent alone is bad enough for your state.
Yeah, exactly.
But then losing their partner who would have also provided talent and would have provided you double the tax dollars. Because think about it, we're talking about medical professionals. Like, of all them jobs I named, nigga, which one of them jobs don't pay?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And if it's two of y'all, that means I'm missing out on a family that's making 180,000 in tax dollars. I'm missing out on a family that might make 200,000. I'm missing out on big tax money, all for the sake of appeasing a bunch of idiots. And now, granted, I know that this whole thing doesn't even weigh into their calculus, because in their head, well, we'll just dumb our schools down, get our shitty quick doctors out here quick, and you know what I mean. Whatever comes of that comes of that. Like, and that's why I always
Did
say,
they
I'm like,
not think about when they're dumbing these schools down? They don't think at any point I might need a doctor or I might need somebody
well,
for
you gotta
staff.
understand, if you have money, you're always going to assume you can find a doctor. You'll
Oh
never,
yeah, you're
you'll
not
never
going
think
to.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
In
think
a
about it.
local hospital.
Think
Yeah.
about it. I can sit up here and scream up against debirthing all I want. My state can have the most stringent standards on debirthing. All I know is when I need to get one, I know where to go to get one, my nigga. Like I'm good. My people are good. Now, as for y'all, shit. And don't get me wrong, they're not good, but that's the belief. Because no matter how good you think you actually are, dog, it's like when you make it this stringent, it will always blow back on you too. It's always gonna blow back on you. But again, for some of them, this is the sacrifice they're willing to make. For some of them, they haven't even thought about this part. Like, it's just this never crosses their mind.
Fucking insane, man.
Um, but yeah, so that's all I got, man. That's all I got. Florida, man. Yeah, listen, I'm praying for y'all niggas in Florida for real. Texas too.
Yeah, y'all niggas are weird, man.
Because it's just it's a shit show out there. Like them shit to turn into their own kingdoms for real. Kingdom of Florida.
I don't even know why black people or brown people, anybody that's not white, why would you even live in Florida at this
Well, I
point?
know why you live there now,
I mean,
currently.
nigga, you don't have
But
a
like, why would you move there?
choice. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
I,
just
I I think a lot of people are sold on that old shit they about Florida. It's no income tax and it's a place for to live and it's hot and da da da. It's like all this other shit. So they think it's, but it's like
nigga,
dog.
your chances of
You have
getting
to pay.
shot
Yeah,
increased by
yeah,
57% by moving to
yeah.
Florida.
You have to, and not just that. It depends who you are too. Like just being a black person in Florida, your chances go up. But then think about it. Don't let you be gay. Don't let you be outwardly gay.
No.
Don't let you be outwardly any member of the LGBT. Don't let you check none of them letterboxes, nigga. You better not check one, especially outward. If you got purple hair, baby, stay home.
Yeah,
If you have blue hair, don't come.
even if you're white, if you're blue, green, or purple hair, nigga,
Yeah, if you're the white girl with blue
nah,
hair, hey, mind you, you might be heterosexual. You baby, just stay home. Just stay
don't
home
go
because
to
they
Florida.
they gonna they gonna
Nah.
think your name is Boot and they gonna think you non-binary.
It's kind of crazy how the whole Karen movement, which is usually right wing women,
Mhm.
got a lot of right wing people are saying that blue haired women are Karens. They're saying they're like mostly left wing people. I mean, mostly left wing people are gonna dye their hair a different color, blue, green, purple, whatever. But the Karen movement is definitely mostly right wing women. Or I can't even say that. It's
I
just
was just about to
women.
say I don't
I
know
was
if I can say that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's mostly just women that just. It's
I like.
mostly
I think that
people that
audacity
just.
is not exclusive to. I
Yeah,
think.
it's an audacity. It's an
Mhm.
audacity thing, not a political leaning thing. You're right about that for sure.
Like I do think there is some like there's probably a little like what am I thinking? Like I definitely think that there is a correlation. I just don't think it's like a it determines it.
It's
Like
straight 1-to-1.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Like because I definitely think like
a Karen
conservatives
is just a
tend
person,
to
but
and yeah, they tend to embody the character like conservative women specifically, right?
yeah, yeah,
Would be more
exactly.
likely to
Yeah,
be a Karen than other political affiliations. Absolutely. I believe that. But I think the traits that Karens exhibit, I've seen it in quite a few liberal white women. I've seen it
exactly.
in quite
Yeah,
a few black folks, even. So
yeah.
it's like, granted, it's going to be easier for, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just percentages. So I definitely think of the percentages, I would argue most of Karens are probably going to be at least right leaning. Maybe not
That's
fully
what
right,
That
but
was
right
my
leaning.
whole point. What I was about to say is that
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
seems like most Karens are on the right wing, but it seems like the right group has taken Karen and made it into like a left thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
They make it seem like a woman with the blue hair wants to talk to the manager, and that's something that you hear constantly. It's like, oh, the blue haired woman. That's like a right wing talking point
Oh yeah,
constantly.
yeah, yeah. But I remember I read something about it was a quote from some old, these old like philosopher niggas, I guess. But he was basically saying
Yeah.
how that's the strategy. The strategy is to make language so contentious that niggas just give up on fighting it to the point to where now you just
Uh,
have your like and you we see now with everything. They
the
did it with
woke,
woke, they
woke.
did it with
They
woke,
did
they
that
did it
with
with all
woke.
these
Yeah,
things because
yeah.
all these things have meanings. The meanings are positive initially, and then they think to themselves, we've got to dumb this down and nullify it to the point to where I mean, and mind you, they did that with Groomer. They tried it at least, right? Where they did that with Groomer, where it was just like, oh, I'm grooming this, grooming that, grooming this. They got thrown around so much to the point that there was like, I don't know. But then it's like certain things, it's like, nah, they probably not gonna let you get it off on that one. But it's
Yeah.
just like there's a lot of things that I think they do this with. They purposely will like, I'm gonna argue the minutia of these fucking of all these fucking
This
language
topic.
terms because
Yeah.
I know if I just even once you've given me the answer, if I just keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again, guess what happens? You stop responding at a certain point because it's like nigga, if I tell you what I like, if I said something to you and you like, what you mean by that? And I told you, and then you argue with me about what I meant by it. after that, I'm like, well, nigga, I already told you what I meant by it. So I'm not about to get back into it with you about what I meant by it. But then that gives you free reign to then take that whole convo elsewhere, remove the context from it, and then go up to everybody else. See, look, he don't even want to argue with me about it. He don't even want to talk about it. These people believe in what they saying, but they don't even want to fight for what they believe in. And niggas, yeah. And then you just get your lies off because I already repeated you 2 or 3 times, and I'm looking at you like, well, you just must be stupid then. I'm not about to keep doing this.
Mm-hmm.
But niggas are doing it on purpose. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, that's just how it be, man. That is sadly the world that we're living in right now, man.
It sure is, man. But I tell you what, like I said, man, I'm praying for y'all niggas in Florida and Texas, man, because it's a nasty world out here, specifically in them kingdoms y'all live in.
Yeah, y'all niggas are down bad. I'm sorry. Y'all living with Greg Abbott and fucking Ron DeSantis.
Tucker DeSantis.
Tucker Carlson is out there.
Tucker DeSantis.
Tucker DeSantis is running Florida, man. Y'all are in dire straits. I'm sorry.
That boy going insane. All right, man. We got anything else, man? Anything else? Any lingering, anything else?
I think we good. Jason Tatum has 42 points right now. So I mean,
yeah, he's going crazy.
He's going fucking nuclear.
He's going crazy. I got some other people on my best list. I'd like for them to step up, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man. I mean, we did. Oh yeah, no, them Celtic boys is up almost 30.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they going wild.
Not the MVP with 13 points in a closeout game.
You didn't have to mention that.
I had to mention that. What the fuck do you mean? Listen. I was the main nigga this year who was sitting up here saying, like, listen, I understand we don't want Jokic to win 3 in a row because that puts him in rarefied air and da-da-da, no, all that shit. I still felt like he should have got the MVP this season. I know some niggas disagreed, but I still felt like he should have got it. I think he slowed down towards the end of the season, and that's what made it questionable.
I do think I kind of agree with Kendrick Perkins. White niggas
about that guy shit.
No. So like I kind of agree with it.
No, I see what he's saying.
It was the right message, wrong messenger.
For sure.
Literally. Yeah.
And I don't even know if it's entirely the right message. Like, your message can have some merit, but I think there's a difference between your message having some merit and me treating it as if it's entirely true.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
Just like, for me, it's just like there was no clear guy this year. Jason Tatum was going crazy at one point, and if he had kept it up, he probably would have won MVP, but he didn't. Right? Joel Embiid was going wild for most of the season. He started getting injured a little bit, but then he kept it up for the most part. He had an argument for MVP. Giannis was going crazy, and then injuries, and it kind of tailed off. So it's like, really, it was a 2-man race. And if we're looking at it, I mean, there was a point to where I was just like, I think Jokic just has more of an impact on his team winning.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, and that's my thing, because it's like,
and look at them. They're still going. Most of the people were saying the issue with Jokic was, well, the team isn't doing that well.
I don't care. This is a regular season award.
Exactly.
Like, my thing is, when a guy is like, bro, Jokic this season averaged 24, 12, and 10. He averaged a triple-double, shooting 60% from the field, and he's the 1 seed.
Well, we gave it to him 2 years in a row, man. We can't just keep giving it to him.
No, I think he's talking about like in the past when they were like because he won the MVP when they were like a 6 seed or some sure 5 seed, one of those years. But even then, he was still cooking. He was still fucking cooking. Like, but that's my problem, because it's just like, I'm sorry, but like, I feel like 25, 12, and 10 triple double is more impactful than 30 and 12. I think 30 and 12 is like really dominant. It's definitely dominant. But it's like, bro, when a guy has a 25 triple double every game, I just feel like that has more of an impact on you winning a game.
Yeah, no,
I just like, that's just because Embiid is averaging what? 4 assists? That's not bad, but what I'm saying is, if I'm averaging 10, That's what 6 extra assists. With at the minimum, that's 12 extra points I'm creating for my team. So you might outscore me by 5 points, but I'm creating 10 extra points for my team. I'm more valuable to my team on better shooting splits. And I average a steal a game. I mean, shit, I'm allegedly playing defense. So, like, to me, I just, I don't know. I just don't see the world where that's it's enough. Like, again, I get it. It's probably voter fatigue. I think more than anything, they were like, look, Joel Embiid had an argument this year, so we'll give it to him because he had an argument. But then guess what? Playoffs start, and then we immediately saw that was the wrong decision because Jokic has been bugging the fuck out ever since.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, again, hindsight is 2020, and it's a regular season award, so it don't really matter what he did in the postseason. But yeah, I get the feeling that was the wrong decision.
That nigga's finna lose tonight. It's the wrong decision.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, and Embiid's about to get smoked in the closeout game. So if I'm Jokic, I'm just like, yeah, I remember. All right, that's it, right? You got nothing else?
I think that's it. Yeah, let me see. Only thing we didn't really talk about is Zelda, but we can save that. That's not.
Yeah, it's not super pressing. We can get to that probably next week. But yeah, and we might have some other video game news by then too, hopefully. But yeah, man, it's another one, man. What was that? 94 episode 94.
94, man.
It's been another one, man. Y'all be easy.
In a row, no breaks. I know that's cap, but no breaks.
See, I know that's cap, but I work for Daily Loud, so so it's cool. Like, that's my job to cap.
Literally every week, back to back, we've been doing this, man. You know,
Back
no
to back.
breaks,
Yeah.
man.
Every Wednesday we record.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Is today not Sunday or?
Nah, it's Mother's Day was on Wednesday this year. Y'all calendar is wrong. That's all.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no, I understand. All right, man. We out of here.